Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur podcast, pardon me, where we discuss all things Manchester United and we discuss all things Tottenham Hotspur. Of course, Manchester United will probably be the main talking point of this podcast with the Brian Mbuemo. Here we go. But I am doing a Man United solo one after this, so I'll discuss it in further detail on there. But of course, I'll answer questions about it now. But as you can see from the title, Manchester United also target a striker after Mbuemo signing. So it seems Manchester United are looking to absolutely transform the attack. Well, that is definitely the aim. On the Spurs side of things, kind of quiet, but Morgan Gibbs-White is still not a Tottenham Hotspur player. Spurs did meet the release clause. Nottingham Forest are trying to say there's some unfair play. You know what I'm saying? There's some underhanded tactics that Spurs did. So we'll see how that plays out. But make sure you keep all your comments or your questions, Manchester United or Tottenham Hotspur related. Big up to everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV as always. Make sure you run up the likes though. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after, hit the like button on the video. So important you do that. Run up the likes. Pay the tax when you enter the city of sarcasm. Make sure you share this out across all of the socials you are active on. Twitter/X, Instagram, at Yes It's Flawless on both, at Sarcasm City TV on both. That's at Yes It's Flawless on both and at Sarcasm City TV on both. So you can retweet, like from the Twitter/X and share from the Instagram. And just as important as that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well. I don't know what the subscriber check is, but let's run up the likes, subscribe. We're closing in on 15,300 people. So we need to get to 15,290 first. Big up to Warrior Jamin, kind enough to drop some information and news in the chat as well. Jez is here in the building. M. De Niro will be here shortly. I'm not 100% sure about Jacob, though. What are you saying, Jez, though? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I'm good. What are you saying, bro?
Oh, bless, man. Yo, so happy to just get the Mbuemo deal. Like, here we go. I always thought it was going to happen. I'm just glad to get it over the line now. Despite the scrutiny, despite how long they took, despite the fact that the scrutiny they caused and the criticism they've received because of it. But I don't understand Manchester United fans who think it's a bad deal or unhappy about it. That part I don't understand. But
I guess
one thing I've noticed, yeah, go on. What do you think it is? You hit me from the outside. What do you think it is?
I think it's more so of people just not maybe rating them to a certain extent. Like I feel like people rating them up to a certain extent, but I always see the argument of point. I see what I see always is like the argument of like his stats also being last season being outstanding numbers. Some people look at his other seasons and say that they're good numbers, but there's nothing really extraordinary towards like a 71 was in total. I think the deal is 71 deal, and this is what people look at it and say. This is always the main argument that I see from people when they say that. But then at the same time, I'm looking at it from a perspective of like you've been in this negotiation thing way too long, way too long, and like if you were to not ending up paying that, the amount of time that it would have probably taken to go and look for another player in the same position and also for what you were looking for would have taken way too long and trying to negotiate that as well. I feel like it was one of them ones where like, did United pay more than even Brentford thought they probably was gonna get? Yeah, but I probably think also United's fault that they were haggling on for so long because the market always changes. The market every summer the market changes. When you see Alanga go for 55, when you see Madrid going for 52, regardless of how you view Kudus went for 55. You know, like so Brentford had all the right to sit here and say, no, if we want a 5 mil more, we can add 5 mil more because of what he did last season. Because you're buying for United went in for Bremer for what he did last season, not for the seasons prior. So, nah, like I said, like it's a little bit overspent, maybe, but at the end of the day, it don't matter because if like I know United fan, but no, what you spent is meaningless now. No, what matters now for me is just get that medical done, get him on that preseason tour, and make him have him involved. Get him to perform at United, because this is what's the most important thing. Because like, I feel like for me, price tags most of the times are irrelevant. Like for me, it's about what you bring into the team
Agreed.
at the end of the day. Like we can have,
Agreed.
I feel like we can have the price tag conversation again after the season and think, what's the 71 mil price tag well spent? But
Yes.
it's again, there's something to wait till the end of the season. So it's what it is. Like it's kind of like what I said even the group chat, and Fatou was trying to say like how United waited 7 weeks and like and what like it's not like the season starts next week.
Hmm.
Like yeah, they should have done it. They should have sold the deal early. But what's the point of complaining about it now when it's done now? You know what I
No.
mean? Like I'm not a fan of I don't like when people still complaining about, yeah, but it took so long. But it's the season starting. Like you know what I mean? I don't like when people do. I don't like when people. I complain. I like that. There's always something. There's always like a but. I don't like people that always use but to every conversation. You know what I mean? So now I don't know, man. Like for me, I mean, why would you care that? Why would you care that they spent 71? Like you wanted the player at the end of the day, didn't you? Like, and I'm talking about the people that are complaining about, you wanted that player for like 7 weeks. So why are you complaining at the end of the day about the
Hmm.
price tag now? It is what it is. It's not like you spent 90 or something like that.
Facts, you would think
So
you think we do it. Big up M De Niro in the
that's
chat. What
what
are you
it is.
telling me, G? You good?
Come on, my bro. Here, my apologies. I'm late, my people.
Nah.
Apologies, man.
That's all good, man. We just
No,
started
good,
anyway.
good. No, it's just literally, yeah, we was just like the intro in and then just chatting about Mbuemo and stuff like that. But of course, like I said, people, I'm doing a Man United after this. So definitely I'll talk about it more so on there. But any questions you lot have on it, I will get to it as well. And you can see Warrior J has here is Thomas Frank has had his first press conference, so we'll get to that. But just quickly on it, and Bremo, just without going into full detail, said that I've literally spoke about this many a time during the 6-7 week period for 70 million for what he'll bring, for what he's done, for what I believe he will do. Money well spent. I'm over the moon about the signing, like from a Manchester United fan perspective. Or Jay says, well, Ahmad will play since Bremo, the same place he played last season at wing back. We'll play as a wing back, and then Mbuemo will play in the right sided 10. That's another thing that I like. Never mind the link up between him and Cunha as well. And if this was anyone else in it, go on.
This week, like our low key, obviously, because we. Sorry, my bad.
Go on.
Do you think he starts the load on in the season coming up? Because I feel like he shows a lot of bias towards me. I know there was a period when Ahmad was injured, and obviously you didn't have Doga at the time, so he was even playing left wing back. But I feel like it would be easy, even if Ahmad goes back right wing back. I feel like he's still going to play Dalot on the left side. So I'm asking you,
that's what he'll more than likely that's what he'll probably do. Unless we go and get his opinion, then that changes everything. Because I've been saying this, force this manager to just have talent to the point where it limits his ability to pick players who are not good. So if we do go and get Estepinian or a left wing back of that standard or somewhere close to that, is now forcing his hand. Because leaving Ahmad out, even people who back you and are fans of you are now on your case. If he leaves Ahmad Diallo out of the side, people are on your case. If you leave Mbuemo out of the side, people are on your case. If you leave Cunha out of the side, people are on your case. Dog, you can get away with him not being in the side. Diego Leon's just got there. That's why it makes sense. He'll play the low over that side. But if we then sign Estepinian, you gotta play him.
Yeah.
Because then you just really just giving the people the ammunition to shoot you with if he then picks that low over one of those two. Knowing those two are miles better wing backs than him. Miles better. Like it's not even close. So like that's where it stems from. So yeah, to Warrior J, I think he'll play at right wing back, and I like the potential link up there. I've been saying it, man. I'm saying that Wakanda power down the right hand side of the team, cool. And Bremo, what he offers, I'm with it. He had an outstanding season. The season just gone, and then his numbers the season before, man, 9 and 6 in 25 appearances, and that's 22 starts. So you got 9 and 6 in 20. You got 15 GNA in 22 starts.
I think most important as well.
Yeah, and that was him being a facilitator. I think Tony was there at the time. That's him more facilitating.
That was the one season where it was half of the season gone. I think but then he joined back. And even then his first two I think the first 2 seasons Tony was fine, and then the third season I think he had that half of a season bun. But that's the thing, like Thomas Frank changed his role within the team so that you saw last season saw the increase of his numbers coming up. But even then prior to that, his role what he was last season and the season prior were not the same. So I don't know, like I
Yeah.
feel one and then even when I feel like one of the things that I feel a lot of people don't do in Mbuemo is talk about when you just watch him from an eye perspective. I feel like a lot of the conversation about Mbuemo is most of the time his stats. But when you look at
Yeah.
him from an eye perspective, you can see that he has a good technique when it comes to shooting wise.
Yeah, you
I
can
think
see
he's a better
he's
I think he's a
technically
better
sound.
I
Yeah,
think he's the best I think he's the best finisher at United now at the moment of time. I think he's
agreed.
the best you can argue where he ranks technically from a on the ball perspective, but he's still up there regardless of that. And
He's probably
one,
behind Cunha, to be honest.
no,
Maybe a
that's
Meno.
what I'm saying. So
He's,
that's what I'm
he's,
trying to
he's
say.
put
So
it this way,
you
he
are
improves the technical floor, technical
that's
ceiling,
what
I
I'm trying to
should
say.
say.
So you already up there as one of the best
Yeah,
technically decent. I think you're the best finisher. And what I mean with finisher is not scoring goals. I'm talking about the variety of finishes that you can do.
yeah.
Like good penalty taker, can take can finish from a cutting in and finding the top corner, bottom corner. And he can sometimes also disguise his shot as well and making people believe he shoots one way, but then shoots the other way. Like
Mhm.
so. And he also got an acrobatic shot about him as well. So now I feel like these are the things that I think a lot of people don't speak about in Bremer. And I think also what's very key is that is about how like which a lot of people don't like to talk about, but I like to talk about it because I think it's an important part of the game. He works very hard off the ball. I know a lot of people
Yeah.
just why are you talking about, but it's a part of the game now these days. Like tell me a team that doesn't work hard and wins these
Mm-hmm.
days.
Are you right?
So I think he's all the he's just a modern day wide forward now these
He's
days.
a modern day forward.
Yeah. And I think paying that price. No, for me, I think the key thing at Tim at United is now how can you not only use his base ability and trying to make him a better player even at United, you know what I mean? So you can
Mhm.
say he can consistently be a 15 to 20 goal scorer or goal scorer 20 goals in a league season or between 15 to 20. How can you make this a consistent thing? How can you make him a consistent threat? These are the things that you want to see him improve at United because he's only 25. So you would expect him to get better. I think
Absolutely.
at his base level right now is good, but you want him to be better.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the aim is for him. That's why I'm just not looking at the numbers he got and the performances and going, it's going to stay the same. I'm looking for improvement. And I think next to a Cunha, that's the main thing I like about this deal. And I've said this from early, is the potential of those two linking up as a duo. I think is called. We've seen what Mbuemo has done with Visa. I think Cunha is a better version of Visa. So therefore, those two potential, and if they do indeed add the striker, which we'll get to, and Jez mentioned about the GNA side of things, and it's not a Bruno GNA, it's not a Brennan Johnson GNA, it's not Madison GNA, where you go, even Palmer the season just gone, where you go, you got that many goals and assists, but performances didn't match. Like we watched you type of thing. Like he gets GNA and it's justified. Yeah, Cubed, I got you. If you want to have a rant about something, I got you. I'll send you the link. But let's get to it. Yo, M. De Niro, what are you telling me, man? This Gibbs White news, he's still not a Spurs player. You did pay the release clause, but then Forest are trying to say there's some form of underhand tactic surrounding it. So not only thoughts on Gibbs White as a player, but also Forest trying to block it.
This is what I was about to allude to after you
Mm.
look. I just finished. It links in with what you're talking about now, and then
Yeah, go on.
links in with both sides. Now, the thing is, I'm gonna talk with there's banner today, but there's seriousness. I'm gonna talk with this. Like I've seen a lot of like United fans on that, and they talk
Mhm.
about, oh yeah, this window we've been on the Mbuemo thing for 7 weeks and blah 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 whatever. Cool, fair enough. Obviously, no. Obviously, when something gets mentioned, you want it to get done.
Yes.
Everybody wants something to get done straight away. Obviously, now
Mhm.
you've got it done. You get me? It's a good signing. It's a signing that you needed. It's a signing that's gonna elevate you whether you like it or not, in my
Mhm.
opinion, because there's two players. There are two players that can elevate, and I've realized that it only takes two players sometimes. Sometimes it's even one, but in this
Mhm.
occasion you've got two. on this occasion you've got two, and sometimes it only takes two players to change a whole team's gameplay, a whole team's narrative. You understand? We've seen it with Arsenal. Arteta started off poor. You understand? Even though he won a trophy, he still started off poor. But it
Yeah.
took him maybe that season where he made maybe two, I think it was two signings, and it changed everything. The players that were, because let's be real, the players in that season that were there, they had been there. Apart from maybe I think Saliba went on loan or something like that before and
Yeah,
then
I
came
think it's
back
only
and whatever.
Saliba. Yeah, I think it might have
Yeah,
been
bro.
Saliba, maybe a Saka. That's it.
You
I
get
think
me,
that's it.
bro.
I hear your point. Yeah.
Yeah,
I hear
so
your
it's
overall
like,
point.
so with football, I don't think football is a thing. I think obviously football's perspective. I don't think anybody in football, unless you're making an outlandish statement, I don't think anybody's perspective is necessarily wrong. But one thing I have realized is that football is an ever-changing game. It takes two signings for things to change. So with the fact of United fans say, oh, it's too, bro, everybody was gassing Spurs saying we've had this window, bro. We haven't even signed the second player, bro. So you can't say like, bro, yeah, Spurs are doing madness in the transfer window when the second player has not been signed, bro. So
Yeah.
that's why I look at people, you get what I'm saying, and I look at them
Yeah.
and I'm like, bro, like you're gassing up saying, oh, my club. It's like you're just looking for trouble with your club. You just want to be negative about your club all the time. Bro, Spurs have not signed the second player. That's real life. That's honesty, right? That's honesty speaking. That's reality speaking. United have now signed the second player. You understand? You've signed the second player. I still see man talking about, oh, yeah, bro, now we've only just signed him now. So now the transfer window's open. You don't know what's going to happen. Yes, we know the higher ups are whatever they are. Fair enough, whatever. But the reality of the situation is you've made two signings that personally, anybody in my opinion, let's just take out maybe a Man City, Liverpool. Any other team apart from them two teams will look at them signings, and that's a serious two signings. Any team would want to take them signings, in my opinion. Like if you have them two, if Tottenham have them two, that's a whole new elevation, bro. If Newcastle have them two, that's an elevation. If Arsenal even grab them two, I'll be scared, bro. That's an elevation, bro.
Right.
Regardless of what people say. So when I'm looking at that, I'm saying that cool. I understand as well the offloading of United players needs to be done. But in my opinion, the offloading is still a big deal. But bro, like I say, we're not the man that control the pockets of the higher ups. But if you got the money in that, obviously I know they still there's gonna be a point where they need to sell to buy because obviously squad whatever.
Yeah, I think it's now. I think that's the
Yeah,
route. That's the reports. It's been that way that we had money for these two players,
yeah,
and then
bro.
after that, it's now all right. We
So
got.
yeah.
That's what the reports came out today saying. But go on.
That's that. Yeah, you get. So that's why I'm on the. Cool. Now if you need to sell, I've seen links of you man wanting to get rid of. Obviously, it's just links, but you man wanting to get rid of this guy. Obviously, the reports are saying that Garnacho is guaranteed going whatever
Yeah,
is happening in it. Yeah. So in my opinion, it's like, bro, if that actually if it doesn't happen and it's getting late or in the window where it doesn't happen, fair enough. Go mad, do whatever. But I don't think the window is so close to ending that it's like, wow, what the flip is going on?
yeah,
Da-da-da-da-da. Bro, for me, it's like, bro, the window is open. There's players that are still there. You're linked to players more. I think majority of teams that are in this transfer window are surprised with the amount of players that are being linked and actually looking like it's gonna be a reality.
that's
Normally
true.
when you know what I'm saying, normally when there's a
Yeah,
link, it's like, bro, it's just a link, it's whatever. Like no one really thinks too tough on it. But this season, I'm really seeing that a lot of teams are coming with the intent because there's more opportunity and there's more money. Teams are seeing that there's money in this playing in the Champions League, playing in getting your team up there in the Europa because the fans are gonna want to come to the stadium more. The fans are gonna want to buy shirts more. Lower teams are buying better players. You understand? So with the point I'm making, anyways, in general, is I'm saying to United fans, brother, just calm down, just ease up a little bit because you're already on the upward spiral. You've already just made your second signing today, which is why I was saying that even when you were just saying it just now, you were saying, bro, I'm happy with that second signing because obviously I watched you earlier. I think it was before you made the signing, and I don't know if you were saying that yeah, we just need to make the signing so that you get me. We can now push on and do and offload the play because I remember you were saying the next thing we need to do is offload the players, and that's where
yes,
I agree. You understand? Because if you need
yeah,
to now sell to buy, that's the next thing. But the reality of the situation is the tick list is getting ticked at this moment.
yeah,
the next thing is now, okay, cool, we want to get rid of this, then we can go in and get another player. But like I say, in context of what you had to compare to now, think about it, you've got now Ahmad, you've got Cunha, you've got what's it called? Mbuemo, you understand? That's a good rotation. And all of them players, in my opinion, can spread across the front line. So if one goes out, one comes in. You understand?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's very good. So now relating it back to the Spurs thing is like,
Yeah.
with Spurs now, we haven't even signed the second player. So everybody telling me this window so far is 8 out of 10, brother. You can't tell me 8 out of 10 when man
Nah,
hasn't even
but you know
signed
what
nothing.
though? But you know what though? One thing first, I think you can't necessarily say that because at the time when people were saying that we have gotten here we go, you heard reports about Morgan Gibbs White is doing the medical. So when you go based off that, I don't think necessarily, and you know, and I say it all the time, football fans are hella reactionary, hella
Yes.
reactionary. So at the time, I don't actually have an issue when people were speaking about it in that manner. No,
Should I
of
tell you why I do?
how the situation has changed.
Should
Like
I
if
tell you
people
why I
were
do,
saying
bro? Sorry to
no,
cut you.
one second. But if people, I agree with you. If people were saying right now, odds Windows are 8 out of 10 right now. If people were saying this right now in the current situation, I disagree. But at the time, I understand why people were reactionary. Though I do agree. I do agree with the people that were saying it in that manner. Like I feel like context needs to be
That's what I'm
held
saying, bro.
held as well.
Let me land in it. Let me show you why I'll
Alright,
say what I'm
go on,
saying.
Go
Yeah?
go on, go on.
The reason why I say that is because you see the here we go, yeah. Everybody sees here we go or sees this or like whatever. People are now on this on steam bomber or whatever thing they're on now in it. One thing I've never ever been on, I can vouch right now. The Morgan Gibbs White thing, when it happened, I was saying, yeah, that's good. Obviously, if it's signed, it's signed, innit? But one thing I will say is that I've never really been a fan of this just straight here we go until I see man sign and I see the thing of you coming out with the jersey. Man's gonna say, you know what? Cool. Obviously, other people are deeper in the transfer links than me in it, but I just wait till I see jerseys. See,
Wait
like
till you
with
see it.
Arsenal now, yeah. Arsenal have had the here we go with what Madwake, I've recently whatever. But obviously, the way Fabrizio was saying it was like, yeah, it's basically done, whatever. But to me, I'm looking at that, I'm saying, bro, until I see my man wearing this full jersey, if I was an Arsenal fan and I was really invested in the signing, innit, I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. Yeah, like this is my player. I'm gonna get guys. Because obviously people say I'm moving mad, but this is just how I am, bro. Like I don't believe something until man sees it fully in
Yeah,
it.
you wait
I
for
need
this.
to
You wait
see
for
it.
the shirt to
See,
be
but
That's
the
why.
player
That's
with the
why.
shirt.
That's why you see me. Yeah. One thing I don't do. You see when I get asked questions, you can go check on any episode man's on. Yeah. When I get asked questions, I don't get gassed until I see. I can be like, yeah, this is good. I'll be excited, but I can never start getting gassed until you get me. But obviously, I'm maybe obviously man's different because even you just yeah. When say if I know if you were on the time when obviously the thing happened because I don't know if I've been on since that time innit. But
no,
one
we
thing,
haven't been on. We haven't been on.
yeah. So what I know for a fact is you'll say congestively, you'll say it in the right way. You'll say, okay, cool. Yeah, we signed Morgan Gibbs White. It's good. Like I've seen it, here we go. It will boost this, do that. But other man are on this
Go over
thing
the
where
top. You talking about?
eight out of 10, 8 out of 10 window. The first thing I said, yeah, was bro, if we sign Gibbs White, yeah. If we sign Gibbs White and who we've signed Kudus already, you know, that's a
Yeah.
5 out of 10 to man because that's half of the job in it. Done. The reason why I say five because with them two, it elevates, man, but it doesn't mean, bro, we're gonna now go and win any domestic trophy because obviously the manager now is another thing, yeah. Everybody can say the manager's good, the manager's this, the manager's that. That's all good on that. But the reality of the situation is the manager is still a manager who's obviously he was at Brentford before. He's never really been in this position that he's in now because now the pressure's really on, bro, when you're coming to Spurs, bro. Even though I know Spurs are not the greatest, but it's still pressure.
Of
Media
course,
wise, everything
it's a
wise, it's
step up.
pressure. So it's a step up, bro. You get it?
Yes.
So now when he comes in, that's a factor, first factor. What is he gonna do? People watch him, that's fine. If you watch him, that's cool. But my thing is, until you see it, you don't know, innit? Secondly,
Yeah, just no, I
yeah.
get that.
Secondly, we've got these two players now. These two players, Kudus, I rate, but I always said with Kudus, I need to see another signing on top in it. Which obviously, man was screaming Eze, but I'll take Gibbs White, bro. Gibbs White to me is a statement signing because we've never made statement signings.
It is
Kudus was a
definitely a
statement
statement
signing.
signing.
Yeah, bro.
I'll give you that.
I was talking to Prime about it, bro. I was saying, bro, the difference between this window, why I rate so far the window compared to Spurs' normal windows when we like get into a position where we should push on, is that we've actually made statement signings. That's the one thing I'm happy about. But the thing that I'm not gonna do, which is what other men are doing, is get gassed and then, bro, you know, Levy might turn around
Don't
after
jump out the
this.
window. You're
Yeah,
basically
bro.
saying don't
Leave,
jump out the window. I
yeah,
hear
bro.
it. I
Because
get it.
Levy
No,
Keep your
will
feet
now
on the
turn
ground.
around. Levy will. I'm not even saying Jez is even accusing me. I'm just talking about
Yeah.
them,
no,
man,
no,
in
no.
general, innit? You see, man, them will now turn around, yeah, and get gassed. Levy will now leave it at these two players, and then next season we will now go into the season again. Niggas start complaining about, oh yeah, bro,
But it,
we didn't sign
I
enough.
understand your point.
Gibbs
You're
was
saying
opening, bro.
if it's just those two, and then
It's
you
not
play,
enough, bro.
and then the season kicks off, and then you lot don't have the
Yeah,
greatest season, people will only talk
but you see
about those
where I
at the
come
beginning.
from. But
Go.
you see where I come from.
Go.
Even though I agree in the aspect of how people go very reactionary, like I literally just said earlier, football fans are reactionary. Last summer, a lot of people thought our summer was good enough, and I thought it wasn't good enough. But then I can go back and say though, like you just said it.
Just hold that thought. Just 1 second. Just hold that
Okay,
thought.
cool.
Even football. Shout out to my guy Sava for the raid, man. Big up to everyone that joined over from the raid from Football Heritage TV. Big up my guy Sava over there doing great work. Shout out to you, Sava. Hope everyone's blessed. Big up everyone joining from the raid. If you're not subscribed to Football Heritage TV, Sava's my guy. Make sure you do so, people. And run up the likes here. Everyone who's joined over from the raid, only at 34 likes. Please hit the like button if you are indeed staying. United Spurs show. I know a lot of you lot just joined will probably be Spurs fans, so get your questions in for the panelists. We'll get to Cubed as well. Hope you're blessed, Cube. Nothing but love, Savi. You already know. Sorry, just go on.
Oh shit! Where was I again? Sorry.
You
I
was
said
talking. You was talking about last summer. That's
yeah,
what you
last
was
summer,
at.
yeah. How I was saying how that summer wasn't good enough, and you just said it. How much time is there? No, do I think we're gonna get all the business done? I don't know. I genuinely don't know because one thing I haven't seen Spurs do what they're doing right, what we're planning to do with the two signings that we was trying to make, is actually going to make two big shit. What? Sorry, 1 sec. Sorry. Ah, shit. I'm playing Pokemon right now. Sorry, but well, sorry. I'm
Pokemon, you joke, man. Yo, I'm saying this guy.
No, bro. Like, bro,
I hope you lost the pot. I hope you lost, man. If you're in a gym battle,
no, bro. Like,
no.
I forgot there was a trainer that always pops up, man. Shit.
There you
but,
go. I hope he
anyway,
kicks your ass. Sorry, go on.
nah, we good. Yeah. We good over there, man. We good over there, man. But now I was saying how because of there's so much time left there, I feel like a lot of people looking at it and say, "Oh, look at how well we have started." That's why people getting excited about the prospect of shit. How is the end of the window gonna then look like when we're gonna go and spend as well as they were planning to do with those two signings? So I can understand why people getting excited. Well, for me, I'm always been like, I'm happy with those signings in that particular time, but then I'm about how it finished. I'm not one of them guys that celebrates a start, but then doesn't know how it finished. I always have to see how it starts and I have to see how it ends. But this is what I'm saying though. But this is what I'm saying is that I can understand why people get excited as they do because people are reactionary at the end of the day.
Yeah, but then this is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying that's fine. You can be happy in it. There's no problem with being happy with us. I was happy with the sign.
Jokes, yo.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, no, be happy, bro.
Bro, why you trying to do the most?
Yeah, be happy. I have no problem.
Do the most, man.
Because I'm waiting for the thing. Because you know why I don't have the Dero well enough. Because I'm waiting for the bit after. That's why. Sorry.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you can be happy.
I don't know punchlines.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Listen, they can be happy. That's perfectly fine to me. But Amanda, I don't give a toss, bro. You can be happy, bro. But that's fine. The reason why I say that is because, bro, when you literally said it just now, we wait till the end to see what happens at the end. Because in my opinion, bro, if we leave this window with just them two, to me, it's good. Like I say, I'll be still happy because it's still push up from a Brennan Johnson,
Yeah.
bro. You understand? It's still a
This guy, Brennan
that
Johnson.
Brennan Johnson guy, bro. Yeah, I can't lie. That guy's a scrub, bro. I can man. That guy's the worst, bro.
Yo, Managerial mentions
Bro,
in every show.
nah, bro.
Somewhere.
I've had enough of that guy, bro. That guy is useless, bro. I have, bro.
No, I'm with you, De Niro. I'm with you. I am with you.
This is it. See, Cube knows, like, I can't stand that guy, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. So it's a step up, and I feel like it will even benefit because, like I say, we've got young prospects that are there that hopefully that will cause him not to really play. Like I say, I give credit where credit's due. You understand? He got some important goals last season. That's all good, but you're still dead, so it doesn't matter to me too much. But we won us a trophy. But it's like what Flawless says. It's like what Flawless says. Yeah. Thank you for what you've done. Now goodbye. That's what I'm.
Yes.
But I know he's not going to leave. So.
But no, the funny part about it is, yeah, obviously that's a different debate, isn't it? But I have a different opinion because you know my thoughts about how I feel about Johnson, and Flores definitely knows how I feel about him. But I feel like in Frank's system, I do think as a sub option off the bench, I do think he benefits us a lot more. If I'm being
on the bench,
but
on the bench,
on the bench. That's what I said. That's what I said, though.
On the bench, though. On the bench is fine with me, bro. I don't. That's perfect.
Because one thing I do say is that one thing that we massively lack is people that bring an impact just off the bench, regardless if it's just go out there and just be able to find a goal or something like that. We don't have enough people like that, so I wouldn't mind seeing it and give it another season with Frank, especially in this system where you're actually gonna try and play to his strengths. I think it can work. I think it can work with him off the bench, and this is also, I think, what's the plan is bringing in Kudus and having Johnson come off the bench. I think that's the plan, though.
Key thing that you said there, bro, off the bench. That's the key word that you said there, off the bench. That's why you're my brother, bro. Because
all right. Let me get in here. Guys.
Go ahead.
Get in here.
Go on, because I know you got stuff to get off your chest. Floor's yours, Cube.
Yeah, big up, Flawless, my brother from another mother. So I haven't been on in a long time, like any panel at all, but I got things to say. Okay. So also congratulations, my fellow European champions, as always.
All right, big up.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm like, I have a bias against Johnson. I ain't gonna lie. I know he scores goals, and yeah, appreciate it. You score goals, but my bias against Johnson is he doesn't do anything but just that back post tap in. He contributes zero to the actual like regular play of the game. Like he doesn't carry the ball. He doesn't help out. He doesn't assist. He doesn't do shit. And it annoys the crap out of me because I want somebody that is actually going to like be a team player and actually like contribute to the gameplay. Like that is what pisses me off about Johnson. So I'm right there with you guys. I appreciate that he gets the ball in the back of the net, but my boy needs to put in some work. Okay. Yep. And he does not do that. And part of that is because he's just not good enough. And part of that is because he's not selfless enough either. So that's what annoys me about Johnson. But at least I guess he's like, he gets the ball in the back of the net, which is a little bit better than, Turbo Weiner like that we had before. That's
the one thing I say. Like,
yeah,
that's the one thing I say.
We're clutching at straws right now, right? But let me say something about this window. So I knew the fact that like, okay, everybody, these Spurs fans, this is why I can't invest so much in Spurs. This is why I tap out, because it's just these fans, man, they annoy the crap out of me. They got so gassed when we had the Kudus signing, and then it was like, here we go for Morgan Gibbs White. Then they got like so gassed. They're all over X, all over, IG, all over everywhere, being so gassed, like, oh my gosh, 10 out of 10 window. We're, and they're trying to clown other fans, like rival fans. We got this. Did you see? Did you guys see that?
I saw that, bro. That was the
like,
maddest. I was saying, bro.
And then they said, and next up, we're going to get Adam Wharton.
Tottenham fans.
Like, that's not even what's happening yet. Until I agree with you, De Niro. Like, until the shirt is held, it's nothing. It's like nothing yet. And they're getting so gassed. And I was like, you guys are embarrassing. Like, I just knew. I was like, knowing our luck as Spurs fans, let's be honest. I was like, shit's going to hit the fan. Something's going to go wrong. This is not going to go smoothly. Because when has ever anything gone smoothly for us?
Spurs.
So I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are just embarrassing yourselves. You guys need to hold on, hold your breath, wait for that shit to get over the line and to actually like happen. As a Lakers fan, I know what that's about. Like, the best thing that Nico did about the Luka Doncic thing is just keep his mouth shut and just wait for that shit to happen. Wait for the ball to actually drop. So I was like, I do think that we're probably going to get Morgan Gibbs White over the line. Eventually, we'll probably get it over the line. Not definitely, but probably. But that still doesn't mean that you should be all gassed right away, because knowing us, we'll either sign some players at the very, very end, or if we do it like we've been doing it now, which is sign some players at the beginning, everybody gets gassed, and then we don't sign anybody else in the position that we actually need. For me, the only way that I'll be happy with this window is if we actually sign a quality 6, because that's what we need. We need a quality 6. So I don't care if we signed like a top quality, whatever striker, whatever, it doesn't matter. I want that quality 6 to come in that door, because we need that. That's what we've been needing for this entire time. Trying to make Basuma or make like Bentancur into a 6 when they're not 6s, like, I'm over that. I do not want to deal with that anymore. So I want a quality 6 in the door. Apparently,
I'm actually on the side that they need to leave, to be honest. I think both of them need to leave, to be honest.
Basuma.
Bentancur and Basuma.
Yeah, they both should. But like, my point is like, Frank he's always had like a 6, right? He does in his formations work with the 6. So I'm like, where's our 6? Sign a quality 6. I do not want some young, unproven, whatever 6. No, I want a quality 6. If we get a quality 6 in the door, then I'm like, at least we're filling the position that we need. Like, that is the most like desperate position for me, because the reason why we get cut open is because of the fact that we do not have a 6. So that's the highest priority to me.
Actually, I wanna add to that as well, because like,
Madison, we lost to that midfield because our shit is worse. That's why, because we need 2 6s. That's why they might need 1 6. We need 2. You know what I'm saying? That's what
shout out Bruno Fernandes.
That's the funny thing about it, because like, you said that you need 2, but I was even saying myself that I think we even need 2, to be honest, because like, because I wasn't.
Or is it a 6 and 1 to back up, or do you reckon we need 2 to start?
Remember, before we even signed Kudus, I said that I prefer probably an 8 and a 6, 2 quality 8 and a 6 over Kudus personally, and not because I thought that Johnson was good enough. Now, because I thought there's other right wing options that I would have taken if that means you can strengthen the midfield pivot, in my opinion. So I do 100% agree that we need a number 6 of a certain level, and I think you put it spot on when it came to the experience thing, because I think Frank talked about as well how important it is that the team adds some level of experience to the team. Even Ange himself said it last season that the team needed to add more experience to the team. That's why the idea of the prospects of a moment gets White and Kudus is a good prospect, because not only the ability of the players, but also where they are currently in their careers, where I believe both of them can still get a lot better. But they have played a lot of football under the belt, like both of them, 25, I think both of them. One of them is captaining that side. I know Kudus is captain of Ghana. So it just makes sense. And I feel like you have to keep that trend going throughout the window. That's why I feel like, which a lot of people also don't know, our registration issue going into the Champions League next season is a big issue as well, which I can talk about later, and how we might have to sell certain players, or certain players even have to go on loan. So it makes it even more important that if the longest White thing gets done, I don't know. I can't say 100% because I don't got the details.
I think it gets done though.
But
From the outside looking in, I think it gets done.
But so in my expectation where it does get done, it's important that with the next 2 signings, because I think we can make 2 more signings, and then you have an issue with the registration thing where like certain guys have to leave the football club, which you would expect. Like guys like Solomon, I think Basuma's getting linked to Turkey and all that. But if you just talk about incomings, the next 2 after Morgan gets White are super important. I think this is where, like you said, we need a number 6, and then the other position, let's see what happens. But the one thing I do want to say is, we as a fan base, we just can't settle with a certain level of play. Like I'm seeing guys saying we should loan in Paulinho. I think it's wrong. Even Douglas Luiz, I've seen people say in the show that we should try and get Douglas Luiz, and I'm like, I don't think it's the right. I don't think Douglas Luiz, knowing that you have to permanently commit to a roster spot in the team, I think it's wrong because I think he's a good player, but I don't think it's a player where we can trust him to compete with other midfielders as a starter at the football club. Like he would be a good bench option, but I think as a starter, I just don't think it would be good enough. So it's
if we actually got, if we actually got Adam Wharton, I would be like buzzing. I admit that. I would be buzzing. That to me is a statement because you're like, this is a position we absolutely need, and he's a young player that's actually like already the finished product, but can still go even further.
See, that's right there. That's a great example in terms of like the certain level. So I feel like it's important that as a fan base, we shouldn't be happy with settling it down with the idea of somebody comes in to fill the 6 role in, but then it's not of a certain level that we all know is not good enough. Like, because this one thing that we do is that we see players getting addressed through a certain position, everybody gets happy, but then the level of the play isn't good enough. But we overlooking it just because you filled the position of need. Now I need position of need, but I also need the quality in the same sentence. You know what I mean?
That's literally that point is literally alluding back to the point from before, fam. See, Spurs fans, bro, this is the problem, bro. Yeah. Now you even asked me something before. Just asked me something. He said, "What fans?" Innit, bro? If you I went in comments, bro. Man's looking at comment sections, bro. Man are talking about. Now we're gonna slap Arsenal. We're gonna slap Chelsea. Man are talking about. We're on set now to. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. This is why I was even fuming because I'm there, like, bro. And this wasn't like 1%. Bro, this was like majority of comments I'm seeing on different posts, bro. I'm saying to myself, why are you speaking like this? Because now if we go to the Emirates now and get slapped 3-0, what are we saying now? Bro, because this is literally what we've been saying for how many times? I know Arsenal, I'll keep saying that Arsenal are dead. There's nothing they're gonna do with Arteta at the helm that is gonna scare me. I don't give a toss, they're not winning nothing. But my point is, it doesn't mean now. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, it doesn't mean now that because we signed these 2 players that we're gonna go and slap them. What? Bro, you need to calm down. Like, I'm telling you, yeah, if we the thing is, like, what you guys have said, both of you and Cube have said, is literally the point that I like, because you lot articulate a bit better than me, yeah. My thing is straight violence, bro. You already know what I'm on. But you know what I'm on.
That's why you here. That's what it is. It's raw and it's real. Opinions on it, and that's why I spoke to you and I like to hear from you because you're just going to be supremely honest about it.
Bro, I'm the bad cop, bro. I'm the dodgy cop, bro. You understand? This is me, bro. The Jez is the cop that gets the point across that I need to. You get me? That needs to get across because, bro, like I say, yeah. At the end of the day, Cube does come in here, spoke facts. Jez comes in here, we speak facts. And the thing is that with these Spurs fans, bro, a lot of them don't speak facts. Some of them, it's even funny the way they move. Like, they'll talk about our points, talk about another point, and it doesn't even make sense because you're just not speaking in context of what you're trying to say. Like, you're just going around a roundabout, bro. You're saying one thing, but then you're saying another, which is what they always do. Now, with Spurs fans, like I say, as much as, like I say, I always send shots, the Arsenal, the goofers and that like to twerk. Spurs fans, yeah, bro. Gee, you see that man there, bro? Them, they're the biggest twerkers out here. But you see Spurs fans, bro, yeah? Spurs fans, I've started to notice a lot of twerkers out here, bro. There's a lot of them. And the problem with this is that, bro, the way they do it is worse than Arsenal because what they do is Levy has now bought Kudus. He's bought, obviously, if Gibbs White comes through, that's 2. He will now say, yeah, these men are bare happy. Maybe we can just leave it at this because I've pleased them already. So maybe we can push on another season.
No, you need to pressure them into more.
Bro, this is it. But then when you got Spurs fans that come to the stadium to just do tourism in the stadium, bro, just come there, take pictures and go home. F1, all of this. Don't get me started. Bro.
I want to go to. I want to go to the F1 thing, man. I'm a consumer.
Bro, don't be doing that. See, this is what I'm saying about. This is where me and Jess fall out, bro. This is where we fall out, bro.
Dude, no, I'll be honest. You know what it is here. They dropped the black kid, man, and I was like, yo, Levy got me on the payroll, man. Like,
Oh.
like, see me, Kudos got the 20 year, and he got the black kid, and I was thinking, I sent Flores even the picture. I got a Kudos Ghana kid number 20.
Yeah.
I was just thinking how cold that black kid would look like. I was like, shit,
Yeah, that's one of the
I'm gonna be,
That's one of the
I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be Levy's bitch for one season. I was like,
Chat,
fuck.
chat, can I just say something? Chat, are you listening? Chat, are you listening to what this guy's saying? Chat, deep it, yeah. That this guy has had to now go to kits because this team is so shambles, bro. Man had to start talking about the Ghana kit, bro. Deep it, bro. Tell you, bro, it's crazy out here, bro.
It's for my collection. It would be beautiful. Which is the funny part.
Shout out my brother, Chilun, bro. That he's always out here. Big him up, bro. Listen, Chilun said it best, bro. Yeah, bro. I will suplex Jez through a table, bro.
Wait,
You
what?
get it, bro. Man will suplex because this F1 thing that man's running, this is getting mad.
Because the F1 thing's
No,
underneath the stadium, right?
flawless. I see. I even called you for him. I almost called you for
Just stay on the
him, bro.
corner, man.
I'm rattled, bro. I'm rattled.
Why
I
are you
almost called
rattled?
flawless, bro.
It's
I
underneath-
almost
it's
called.
under- Yo, I can't lie.
Stay on
It
the
being underneath the stadium is cool. So like, does the steps go down, or does like the pitch level raise up?
Flawless, stay out of
Yeah.
it, man. It's a conversation between us Spurs fans, man. Stay out of the game.
Yeah, bro, I can't believe what's going on right now. I almost called bro. I called flawless for him, bro. I'm rattled, bro. My head's gone, bro.
I don't know why, man. You got a fire stadium, yo. That goes down.
We don't discriminate black on black, right, man. It happens, man. Like, I'm saying,
Bro, this guy.
we do it, man. I attack my Ghanaians, bro. Like people think I only attack Nigerians. I attack the Ghanaians too, but besides the point, man.
Nah, you man are going mad. You man are going mad.
Go back
to the point.
That Thomas Frank has said.
Go back.
He's had his first interview. So you remember talking about press conference. That's it. So this is Thomas Frank on getting the chance to coach Archie Gray and Brennan Johnson after failing to sign him at Brentford. Definitely good to see Archie Gray and Brennan. It was not a secret. It's so good to work with them. Two fantastic footballers and two good people. Let me see what else. There's
red flag. Red flag.
Why you not? Hold on though. My Flows, why you not bring up the comment when he was talking about Kudus though?
I'm getting to it, man. Did you not hear me say, yo?
Nah. I can't lie, bro.
This is how you know Jez is rattled, because he's like, why aren't you bringing up other stuff?
Red
I'm about to
flag.
get to it.
So Flows. See what you do? You're trying to rattle De Niro, man, when you know when Thomas Frank said what
that was the last comment that we were speaking about, Brennan Johnson.
That's a red flag already. You see, like girl, bro. You see when I see a girl and I say, bro, red flag. That's a straight red flag. That's the first warning, bro. I'm telling you now. That's the first one.
Here's something that's good. Here, this is Thomas Frank on Spurs sacking 5 managers in the time he was at Brentford. Only 5. I like to challenge myself. I have the privilege that I've never been sacked before. This is one of the reasons why I took the job. I get a little bit more risk in my daily life. So he's totally.
But he's never been at like a club that was so dysfunctional before, though.
That's true. That's true. He knows the challenge. Before you go, just come into a big club. Pressures. We need to perform because it is we. It's me. It's the staff, the players, the staff, and everyone. We need to do that together. I like the ambition. So he's talking the talk. Everything I do, every decision I've made so far is for the long term.
This flawless guy is pissing me off. This guy is pissing me off. Do you know why you're rattling me, bro? Because though, I beg you, tell me in the chat if I'm lying, yeah? If somebody can even clip the way he's even reading the statements and finishing off the way he's saying it, I promise you I'm not bugging out, bro. Listen to the way, bro, I'm even going to clip that. We're going to talk about this back because, bro, people are going to think I'm bugging out, bro. I promise you. Listen to the way the guy's reading the statements.
Man, crash out on that throat, man. Crash out on that throat, man.
Can't believe what's going on.
Crash out on that throat.
Put him into his place. I'll put the comments back up. You can read them or Cube can or just. I don't have to read them. You get what I'm saying?
Bro. You know what you were doing. Just read when you read the comment. Bro,
you know why? Okay. You know I'm always on your side, Flaws. But you know why? You know why Flaws is reading this is because he's a United fan, and no matter how in the mud United are right now, what happens with United is like they know they aren't like Spurs. We've been hurt before. Okay, United will let their stadium leak. They will cut their staff lunches before they stop spending on players. Before they stop spending on players, they will cut every single expense they have before they will stop spending on players. Meanwhile, as a Spurs fan, we know our club is like, let's go and what? We need new players? What? No way. We're just gonna forego that and like build a fucking hotel.
Yep, we're gonna sign Beyonce. Flipping it, bro.
I've never had someone start shouting at me for reading out comments.
This guy, bro.
All I did was read the comments.
This is the thing is the world. You're trying to rattle the bundle, man. It's not cool, man.
How?
This guy's gonna Jez, bro. This guy's gonna have me start saying words like troops, bro. They're gonna wanna cancel, man, blood. Hey, broski,
and
I'll be like, yo, man, just read the comment. Like, I'll just
read bro. Sarcasm City TV, bro.
Comments hype.
Jez is part of the academy. Don't get twisted, bro. This guy is. Bro, this guy, No, bro, this guy. Do you know what this guy does? Yeah, bro. This Jez guy, when we're talking the facts, bro. Yeah, when we're speaking with level head, he's there, bro. Good guy, bro. But when the trolling starts, it just gets long, bro. Him, the worst guys, bro. Yeah, I promise you. Flawless #1, yeah, guaranteed #1, yeah. Prime #2, bro. That guy is the worst guy, bro, man's ever come across in this trolling thing, yeah. Then Jez, yeah, it's like you're my brother, but like you've got an agenda, bro. There's something not right, bro. I need to uncover what's going on here, bro.
He's moving with an agenda.
Do you get it, bro? Like I don't understand. Like Cubed, I don't get it.
And to defend myself, man. Like you know how people you would know it, man. Flores maybe know it. I'm not sure if Cube knows, man. You know that Ghanaian people are just very happy. So what's wrong with me being happy, bro?
You've started. So you're continuing. He's continuing.
I just want to know what happens, like with me just reading the comments, because even as I read this comment here, Cube just gone. Yeah, he's never been at a club. The pressure, and he's saying coming to a big club, there are pressures. Like even he's aware of the situation.
He could say it's pressure, but he doesn't know until he's in the.
Of course, until you.
It's not just like Spurs is more pressure. Spurs is dysfunctional.
He has owned that though, because
I'm gonna give context here, yeah. I'm gonna give some straight context right now. There's an episode, yeah. There's an episode. I'm gonna tell you why Flawless knows what he's doing. Let me tell you why. There was an episode, yeah. There was an episode where Ange made some statements in it. And I was so rattled on the statements that he made. And I kept saying, bro, like, this is really rattling me. I lost it, bro. And then this guy has now come and bring me these stupid statements. But man talking, bro, man doesn't care about that, bro. Like, it's irrelevant to me. And then the way he's reading it is the fact he's picked out the Archie Gray one, knowing that's the worst statement he could have brought up first to bring to me, bro. Man talking about two fantastic players. No one asked, bro, if they were two. No one cares, bro, if you're going to bring them to
because he tried to sign them previously.
Bro,
That's
I don't.
These are the less important ones. Like, we don't care though.
This is what I'm saying. What is about? This is the thing with where I get rattled, and people don't understand why I do, but I do. Because why do these managers make statements that no one bro, didn't ask you for this, bro? Just keep it quiet.
Hold on. The reporter did ask him though, because
this is what I'm saying.
They're trying to get that statement out of him. Like they're trying to get those quotes out of him.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah.
By the way, he's of course going to say that, because even though he's no longer at Brentford, and maybe it's we're not supposed to be signing the same quality as Brentford. No shade to Brentford, but we're not supposed to. Okay, but like he has to say that regardless of whether or not he rates them, because he has them, and he's not selling them this summer. So what is he going to say?
I'll even tell you what he could have said. Let me break it down quickly for you. Yeah, I can literally answer the PR question easy for you. I can tell you right now. When people say all of this, I'll tell you right now, Cube. I can answer that easily. I can say yeah, I'm looking forward to working with them. They're nice guys. They seem
You
like
don't
good
need to
guys.
say fantastic players.
Yeah, yeah. You don't need to say fantastic players when
So
they're
you're saying that he shouldn't be doing the most when he's saying
You're
to
just doing a lot, bro. No one asked for
Yeah,
you
but
to
it's
say.
racist. But
Because he tried to
that's
sign
the
him,
one
though.
thing I
Oh,
don't
he does
like.
rate
Okay. Let me hold on. Let me say my rant, because remember, I want to come on because I had a rant.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is actually on topic. Okay. So Frank,
Okay.
in his quotes, people asked him. They said, "Who's going to be your captain?" Did you see this? They asked him, "Who's going to be your
I saw
captain?"
the
Oh, yeah, it's here.
comments.
I've got it
Yeah.
here.
You know, his comments were like, "Yeah."
I'll let you read this out because I don't want to, I don't want to be accused of doing anything so the floor
You
is
don't
yours.
want to rattle me.
Yeah.
So
we don't put you under pressure, man. We don't put you under pressure. Go ahead.
Sonny has been here for 10 years and finally got his well-deserved trophy in the summer. Christian Romero, World Cup winner, Copa America winner twice. Okay, very important for us. He said both of them, I don't know if they both have trained well and set the standards. Both will play tomorrow, and I'm very happy. Okay. He goes on to say, good question. I haven't decided on that yet. I have a long list of bullet points to get through. Son was captain last season, and tomorrow we'll have 2 45 minutes, and Son and Romero will be the captains in each. I haven't decided on the captain yet. Okay.
I agree with Thomas Frank, though. Good question. Okay. I do agree with that.
Hold on. Let me say, okay, I got a rant on this. Okay. Because everybody's going to be like, oh, Cube's a Sun fan. Cube's a Sun fan. Sure, I'm a Sun fan. I have no shame about it. I don't give a shit. He's at Spurs still. As long as Sun's at Spurs, I'm a Sun fan. Who cares? But I'll tell you why this is like stupid and also disrespectful. Okay. Because how many times has somebody been stripped of their captaincy without it actually being like they did something shitty, or they did something that is not captain acting like a captain? It's super fucking rare. When Maguire got stripped of his captaincy, everybody was shocked, right? They were like, wow. But they also understood why, because he had been fucking up for a while. You know that, Flawless, right? So why is it a question of whether or not Sonny keeps his captaincy armband? Why is there even a need to be like, I haven't decided yet? First of all, Hugo was captain for us for how many years? Whether you agree that he was a good captain or not, he was captain for us for how many years through all these iterations, going from Poch to Jose to Nuno to Conte, and nobody asked the question, oh, who's going to be your captain when Conte came in? Everybody just assumed that it was going to be Hugo, okay? But Sonny has been for the last 2 years trying to prove himself. Everybody feels like he needs to prove himself as being captain worthy when he's actually the most senior player. And then now he's actually the captain that has like ended our trophy drought, and it's still a question if he's really should be the captain. I know there's a question about whether or not he's going to leave this summer, but while he's here, he's captain because he's got the captain armband. And if he leaves this summer, he's definitely staying through the preseason tour.
Yeah,
so
I think the question mark is
then that's fine, whatever.
With Thomas Frank, I think with that, why he's not decided, because you want your captain to be in your starting lineup more often than not. Kudus, Gibbs, White, you lot did sign.
But no, because here's the thing. No, then you have your vice captain. They're like Mark Noble for West Ham was fucking captain all the way when he wasn't even playing anymore, right?
Oh, so you saying keep him as the senior captain, but then the vice captain is
because he's doing all the shit off the pitch, right? Why do you have to say like I haven't decided yet? Okay, because you know what happens with it by saying that, even if he does end up keeping Sonny as captain, which he probably will or whatever, right? But by opening the door and saying I haven't decided yet, all the comments, I read them, I saw all this stuff.
I know what you're talking about.
All these fans start being like, oh, I think Matters should be captain. Oh, so-and-so should be captain. And it starts becoming a thing where people start to be like, it's open for discussion. And they start throwing out all these names, okay? And this is how, and people are going to be like, oh, Cube's going to get on this like little high horse, woke high horse that, is not even a thing. No, it is a thing, okay? Because I'll tell you what, I remember when Hugo left and people were asking, oh, who should be captain? They were throwing out names like fucking Skippy. and matters.
Don't forget
just
don't forget
because they
Højbjerg.
were English.
Man,
Oh,
sir.
we should have an English captain.
Look at Højbjerg.
You know what I mean? Like it gives people an excuse to be
Oh,
fucking.
shut up, man.
It gives
Oh,
them
shut up.
an excuse to be racist and xenophobic. It genuinely does. Okay,
yes, you always get an idiot
because I saw it, and not only that, but then you start to have people being stupid about it. They throw out names like Lucas Bergvall because they fucking stupid. You know what I mean? I don't care if you think he had a good season. It doesn't matter. Like the guy's a fucking kid. People are throwing out Van de Ven because he's so amazing. He's such a great player. He's injured all the time.
Okay. He just joined as well. He just joined as well.
I love Van de Ven, but he looks like the fucking Aryan race, and you love it. Okay, so I'm gonna say it right now. Hugo did not have to prove himself as much as Sonny has had to prove himself as captain worthy the last 2 years. There was no question about it. Even people that were like, man, I don't really think that Hugo was that great of a captain or whatever. There was no question about it. He was captain, and that was all there was to it. And Sonny is the most senior player. He is a club legend. He is like, there, he has actually been, even though he's had bouts of being like injured, it's not like he's injured as much as Van de Ven has been. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why there's even a question of it, and why you got to open up the door so that people can be racist and people can be xenophobic and people can question him all over again, despite the fact that he's given so much to this club.
Yeah.
Like,
one thing I will say is, I don't think that is, even though I don't think that, obviously, I don't think that is Thomas Frank's intention. I just think that's an extremely, what's the words I'm looking for? There's just people who are looking for an excuse to say xenophobic or say racial things because they're idiots type of thing.
But my point is, I don't think that is his intention either. But my point is that he's stupid. It's exactly what De Niro said. Why do you say that? Why did he have to say that? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that he is trying to be like, saying, oh, Sonny's not the captain or whatever. But by saying something stupid, like I haven't decided yet, he opens up the door, because we all know how people act afterwards. When you open up the door. And people can say all they want about like, oh, that's not happening. No, I saw the comments. It's happening.
Yeah. Can I add to this? I think the one thing I can say about that is that because he hasn't been at the club, and I can probably say maybe he doesn't know about how the fan base feels about Sonny to begin with. Mm-hmm. Because I do agree with you, which is the funny part. It's something that I wanted to talk about anyways later down the line in the show, because I've been seeing, because I know exactly what you're talking about, and I saw some of the comments that I saw, and how people perceive him and the fan base of his standard status as the captain of the football club. For me, I ain't got no problem with him being the captain. It's funny, me and Daniel actually had that conversation last season about him being the captain, when I said last season, even if you give the captaincy away to somebody else, who's really suitable at the football club for being the captain? You have Romero, you have Madison, first and foremost, who's at least 1/3 of the season always injured. He's not necessarily the most serious person in the team either, and consistency is a big issue with him. And with Romero, we all know the guy has 2 years left on his contract, and he still hasn't committed to the football club either. So after those two candidates, you can't really look around and say anybody should be having that captain's armband in my eyes. And the way some people and the way people speak to Sonny, just because of I think the issue, a lot of people perspective is because he's a nice guy, he can't be a captain on the pitch. But I disagree with them. Not every captain needs to be, not like everybody has the preference for us what they want as a captain. I do agree with Sonny that also a part of the xenophobic issue as well, which I 100% agree. And I even see certain comments, especially with the Japanese kid that we signed. We only signed the Japanese kid because we want to improve our market in the Japanese market. Like, what type of nonsense is that, bro? Like, I've seen literally Newcastle, Brighton, and all other teams sign Asian players, but nobody's brought that thing up. But it's only for our Asian players that we say that. That's so stupid. But when
Sonny, I understand, like, he's put in a situation, right? But like, what the thing with it is like, why was he asked the question? Because Conte was not asked the question, oh, who's going to be your captain?
Yeah. This is the thing.
Nuno was not asked the question, who's going to be your captain? The fact that it's not even just Thomas Frank, it's the fact that he was asked the question. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with you. I agree with you. He
that
certainly
there's
shouldn't be
an
asked.
implicit bias there that people are not
Yeah.
recognizing, and people in the chat saying, "Oh, the club comes first, not about the player." That's not what this is about. What I'm
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah,
is
that's why I'm in the comments as well, because people are missing the entire point of what
yeah.
you're
Yeah,
I'm
saying.
not
yeah.
talking about
that's
this
what
thing
people do,
about
man.
like because I love Sonny so much and I want to protect him and blah, blah. That's not what this is about. Okay,
No.
it's actually about like the whole like situation of why would you have this in your mind to like open the door?
To ask the question.
Can,
You know what I
can I
mean?
can I
And why do
can I
people react that way? You know what I mean? And like
yeah
Go on,
Yeah.
one last thing, I'm gonna say this.
yeah.
Actually, okay, just because he's my favorite player, like somebody was in the chat saying this, just because he's my favorite player doesn't mean he needs to be captain. No. That's not what I'm
That's not the
saying.
point. That's not
Okay,
the point.
that has
That's
nothing to do with it, actually. Okay, because what happened is that he actually is the one out being the senior player, the one that deserved it. But I actually, when he was named captain, I actually, because he was my favorite player, I preferred him to not be captain. Because
Yeah.
I was like, what he's gonna do is he's gonna be so distracted, focusing on trying to make everybody else better, that he's gonna sit back and be way too selfless and try to pass off and assist to everybody else instead of being selfish and try to score goals. And that's exactly what happened.
yeah.
So
I just wanted
actually,
to
it has nothing to do with him being my favorite player. And in fact, I thought that Romero would make a great captain, which inevitably, showing by the Europa League final game, he is. But when I said Romero would make a good captain, people were like, he can't speak English, blah, blah, blah. He's a foreigner. He doesn't give a shit about Spurs. So people are going to be xenophobic and racist no matter what. Okay?
Yeah.
My reasons for not thinking that Van de Ven or Lucas Bergwall or Basuma or whoever should not be captain has nothing to do with me being like, oh, I don't think that they're great players or I don't like them or anything like that.
yeah. Nah, that's what I was gonna back up the point, yeah. So let me even hit them on the heads with this, yeah. Everybody said you said that it's more important. The club is more important than the player, yeah. So if the club is more important than the player, when you're in a press conference and you're talking about, I don't know who's gonna be captain at the time, do you not think that affects morale inside the changing room at the time? In my opinion, because at the end of the day, you're publicly stating saying that when you can do that behind closed doors. We've seen enough managers come into press conferences and say, I'm not answering that question. Pep Guardiola has been in press conferences and said that doesn't matter. Next question. Do you know how you're a man of
So
your
you'd
own
rather
man? You
him
can
have
make,
said that.
yeah,
You'd
but
rather
you
him
can
have
make
said,
your own
yeah, no.
decisions. Those that to me, when you make certain statements, everybody has free will, but you make the statements that you want to make. If you don't want to make a statement, no one's putting a gun to your head to make the statement. In my opinion, if you want to change the captaincy, that's fine. I ain't got a problem with that. Do it behind closed doors, bro. Then we make the announcement. The new captain is Romero. The new captain is whoever. Do it behind closed doors. It doesn't benefit anybody. It doesn't benefit the team when you're putting it on pedestals. Do you know how many times we've seen managers now publicly bring something out and then it's just affected everything? One little statement can affect everything. I'm not saying necessarily that statement is going to affect, but there's possibilities. So when people say, "Oh, yeah, it's up to the manager and whatever," I just said all that we're saying is when a manager comes in a press conference or is talking, you don't need to over talk. You don't need to over say what you're saying. Just
Yeah.
keep it minimal, keep it simple. You understand? Do the job, do the job on the pitch, do the job in the changing room. You understand? When you're speaking, that's all I ask for. Because when people say, "Oh, he got asked the question," there's so many ways you can answer a question. If Flawless asked me today, why do you support Spurs? I can say I support Spurs because I grew up around Spurs fans. I support Spurs because my cousin was a Spurs fan. There's different answers you can give. You don't have to give one specific answer. So when people are always saying, "Oh yeah, it's about the club and da 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 da," and whatever, the thing is, you're saying, even like for example, the comment that you're saying now, what's wrong with your manager being transparent? It's not about being transparent, but there's some things that you can be transparent about behind
No.
closed doors. It will, when you get to the pitch, you're gonna see it anyways. So what is there to be transparent about? What is it benefiting you saying that he's changing the captain? It's not benefiting you because you're saying that the change room is what matters. So you think that it's cool for your manager to say, I'm changing captains in front of the whole world straight away without even you even play. But we ain't even played one Premier League game with this manager. We ain't even played a Premier League. We haven't even played a game, bro. Let alone talking about all of this. So
because he
all of
said it
this
would be
stuff.
245s with the friendly. I'm looking here. He says
So
there.
And to 45, yeah, and he said that he was gonna what's it called? Because this is known anyway, because you're not
Yeah,
gonna
here it
play.
is. Son of
players
Romero will be the
exactly.
over-
captains in
you're not
each.
going-
I
you're
haven't
not going
decided
to-
on the captain yet.
You know,
So he said, Son of
It's
Romero
irrelevant,
will
man.
be, Son of Romero will be the
continue,
captains in each. I haven't decided on the captain yet. He added that he'll pick the captain, not the players. That's what he said.
before you
go
continue, the only thing I can probably say, and this is just me playing devil's advocate, because I'm not even sitting here saying that anybody's saying anything wrong, because I do agree with what you guys saying is because he literally said it. I think one of the comments just prior. This is the first time he's been at a big club. He doesn't understand what one comment can cause. I think at Brentford, if you were saying this at Brentford, nobody's really gonna care about outside Brentford fans. If you really want to be honest, and no, if you want to take it as disrespect, if there's a random Brentford fan listening to this, if you want to take it as a disrespect, take it as a disrespect. I don't really care, man. But being at Tottenham is completely different.
I think
So
you know, some people in the chat saying, yeah, new manager coming in, he has the right to pick his captain. I totally agree with that. Actually, he has a right to pick a new captain if he feels like it should be. My issue is that how often do you strip the captaincy, even if you're a new manager, strip the captaincy away from somebody that actually has been proven to that other people respect him and he's done a decent job as a captain. You know what I mean? Like that is so rare. You know what I mean? It has to it happens when people actually are worthy of being stripped. Otherwise, it becomes news. Do you know what I mean? It becomes like a news item. It becomes a big thing. And, you know, in the chat, somebody's saying, you know, yeah, you know what? You're right. I did bring the racist angles in. I did. You know, I brought it up. And it's like whenever there's something talked about Sonny, oh, somebody's bringing up the racist angles in. Yeah. You know why I bring that up? Because I see it. I see it. People act like people who are fans of Sonny or who love Sonny, why they always talking about the racist angles, blah, blah. You know, you can go overboard with it. I totally see that. Like some people can go overboard with it. I'm not going to name names. But the reason why I bring it up is because it's true. Because maybe you don't see it, but I see it. I see the comments. Okay. The reason why race is a thing is because people are being racist. Like they're actually commenting racist shit. Okay.
It's a fact, and we should call it out because
talking rubbish in the comments will be blocked.
Exactly. Like, and honestly, you guys in the chat, if you're getting triggered what we're saying, bro, leave the chat or we don't care, bro.
Yes.
You know me, bro. We don't give a shit, bro. If we call out what we want to call out in the end of the day, and this is a general thing that has been happening in the fan base, where people being captain has given people an opportunity to be racist. People have been racist to the young Korean player that we signed just because people think we want him to make him the next son. Based on what? When the guy has rating in Korea, wherever you disagree with the ratings is a whole different thing. But you guys trying to make it a thing of because he's Asian and the son has the Asian market and the club has the Asian market, or we trying to make him this and that. It has nothing to do with that. I think it's so, and it gives it. I agree with Cube that these are the conversations that we have to bring up because these are actual things that actually are happening. And this happened last season as well. I think even the season prior, people was talking about Son in that manner. And
they're always been talking about it. Even before he was captain, they've been talking about it. You think I want to bring shit up like that? You think I want to bring up the xenophobic racist angle? You think I want to talk about that shit? No, I don't want to talk about it. I wish racism and xenophobia didn't exist either, okay? But I'm going to call it like it is when I see the comments that I see. When I see people making comments, when I see people being like, you know what? Yeah, because the captain should only be, you know, English. You know, it should be a white English guy. Like, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to call it out for what it is. It's fucking racist. Okay? Like, I don't want to have to bring that shit up because I wish it didn't happen.
But this generally what, and this is what generally it is, and I think that's a big problem. Like the thing is, if you have an issue with Son being a captain because you don't think he necessarily has the character to be a captain from your specific liking, that's fine.
That's fine. No problem with
that. If you have an issue with Son being captain because of outside factors that have nothing to do with him being a captain, I think that's stupid. And I just hate how people speak about him as a captain to begin with, because how do we not know that he's a good captain? Like you've just said it, and Daniel just said it. What if the players within the football club all think he's a fantastic captain?
They do, because they've said it.
And,
I mean, granted,
I know,
I'll be
I
honest,
know,
they're not going to say
I know.
otherwise, but they
I know,
have
but
said
I know that, but it's to the people who asking those questions of how do we know he is a good captain? But you just said it. People have said it. The players have said it. The young players, the older players within the team. There's many ways of how you can have a preference. You can have a preference of how you want to be a captain.
Yeah.
But one thing is, if the team doesn't mind him of the way he captains the team, there's no issue. Then we shouldn't be bringing up conversations about now, but he's too nice. What if the players don't like? What if the players are fine? Like if you want somebody to be hard on the players, let the manager be hard on the players. It doesn't need to always be the captain that's hard on the players. Yes,
because people forget that there's two ways to captain. You can lead by example, or you can lead vocal, or both.
Exactly. That's probably the one angle where I wanted to go with, and think that maybe Frank already low-key knows that Son is going to leave, because I think in even one of the comments that I think Warrior didn't put it in the chat, but I saw a comment earlier where he was talking about his attacking options, and he didn't mention Mikey and he didn't mention Son. So it makes me believe that Son is actually gone from the football club after the preseason tour.
Y'all know, actually, some people asking me this about Sonny, because they're like, oh, Cube's a Sun fan, whatever. If I think he's actually going to leave or not. I'll tell you what, I don't know. And the reason why I'll say this, I think for the first time ever since Son has been at Spurs, he is open to leaving. And the club is open to letting him go. It's the first time ever that's the case. But the reason why I say I don't know if he's going to leave or not is because I think that they are not going to push him out if he isn't like, okay, I got a really good option. And he is not going to leave unless he gets a good option. And that option is not MLS, and that option is not Saudi. That option is another club in the top 3 leagues. And the reason why is because it's a World Cup year. And he's still the captain and best player of Korea. And so he is going to South Korea. And he's going to, next summer, he's going to want to make sure that he is still like on that level of playing against the best players in Europe. So he will make sure that if he does a move, that he's going to do a move for
get
a
to this
club.
nonsense right here, because we got to redress when people just say absolute stupidness. So Sam here has said to stop racism, stop reacting it, because the point of a racist is to say it to piss you off. 2 things. Number 1, I think all of us are fully aware that racism is never going to stop. Let's just clarify. It's been going on from the beginning of time, pretty much up until this point. However, it has to be called out so people know that it is actually wrong. If we ignore it, people will think it's okay. Ignoring it is the stupidest thing I have ever heard. This is absolutely This is absolute nonsense. This is to anyone watching, doesn't matter how old you are, male or female, whatever race you are. Ignoring racism is not the way to go. Call it out always. Always call it out. It's not going anywhere regardless, but we have to shame people who are racist, because there's a reason racists hide. There's a reason why people are not openly racist. You know why? Because they know it's fucked up. What we talking about here? If it was perfectly okay, people would be open about it. This is why people hide. This is why when people get caught saying racist things or doing something racist, they put out an apology. You know why? Because it's frowned upon. Shame these people. Are we ever going to eradicate it fully? Absolutely not. We're never going to eradicate it fully. However, shame people for it. Do not ignore it. Whether it's to you, whether it's to a family member, a friend, or whether it's someone we don't know we're talking about in some scenario. It can be someone famous, someone not. Call it out always. Shame these people.
Here, I agree.
There's a reason the KKK wear hoods.
By the way, I want to just point out that you're saying that the point of racist is they're saying it to piss you off. That's not true. Because some racists, they say shit to piss you off. Some racists don't even know that they're being racist.
Exactly.
They're just ignorant.
That's why
they're just ignorant.
Behavior. That's why you don't ignore it.
That we should have an English, player be our, English player be our captain. He probably doesn't even know he's being racist.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Like
You know
even
what's
he's
so
learned,
fun?
it's
Do you
like
know
it's passed down. That's something that is passed down generation to
Yeah.
generation.
Do you know
When
what's
you
so
hear a
silly?
little kid doing it, he don't know that. What are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Do you know what's so
Hey,
silly?
Sam,
Yeah.
minute. Sorry, go
You
on.
he said, how far has that got you? Do you know how far it's got us? It's got us to the point where racists are even scared to say what they want to say to our face. That's how far it's
Yes.
got us, bro. These days people ain't saying certain things because they've been addressed. People are scared to say certain things because they've been addressed. So you can't say how far has that got you, because if we're quiet now, then they can continue to oppress us and continue to do what they're doing. So the fact that people are not even trying to address it to face and trying to do it behind screens with pictures that are not even them, or pictures that are blank, it says a lot. That's even a win in itself, bro. You understand? That's a win in itself. The fact that you have to hide behind the keyboard and then come and say some racism says a lot about these people. Do you get me? So we've got far in that, but obviously, like I say, man, with all of these type of things, bro, we stand strong. We continue, like we say, all of these players continue. They're doing more than any other racist that's sitting behind the keyboard is doing. So hey, like at the end of the day, we're gonna address it. We'll continue to address it, and if they don't like it, then they know where to go, bro.
And if anyone feels
That's
like
it, bro.
Sam, leave now, people. If you feel like something like racism should just be ignored and it shouldn't be called out, unsubscribe, don't follow me on nothing, go and leave, please. You know what I'm saying? No time for that. There's no gray area with that. Ironically, it's black or white with that. Either on one side of it or the other. Like when we do it out here.
I'm actually happy. I'm actually happy that you actually interested, because if it wasn't have been you, I may have forgotten about it, because I saw that today and I was like,
Yeah, earlier, innit?
it's mad, innit?
I'm
It's
talking
mad
about
to
just
me.
ignore it.
That's what it's crazy, because the mad thing is here. That's why I say, man, Thomas Frank is gonna learn a lot about this football club and the fan base and how they feel about certain players and how they quickly can feel about you as a manager as well. That's why I don't want to necessarily give him a lot of the blame for that. But I can understand from where your anger comes from, Cube, that the way he should have addressed it, rather making it just clear, now this is our captain or this and that. But to the racist
why
stuff,
you open the door, and it's not even just his fault, by the way. I want to say that just the fact that the media is asking him the question, you know what I mean? Says everything you want to know about how they are treating
I said this,
Sonny versus other
sorry to cut you off, Cube. Racism will never go. We can talk about it, but we'll never. I literally said that. When I was responding to Sam's nonsense comment, I literally said this. It will never disappear, but that doesn't mean you stop calling it out. That doesn't mean you don't continue to shame people who are. That doesn't mean that you let people know that is absolutely one of the worst things you can be as a human being. It's one of the worst things you can be as a human being, people. It's right there near the top of the list. And the fact that still in 2025, that man is having this conversation lets you know. Because you get idiot comments like this. You get idiot comments like Sam's talking about. Just ignore it. It's not going to go away. Someone who's never said, and you know what is craziest part? It's always people who've never experienced the shit. That's the craziest
I've been
part.
there. I've been there.
Wait, I say this all the time, and I say this all. It's always people who have never experienced. Wait till someone marries in your family who's not your race, to your sister or your brother, and we black. We like to fuck, so we gonna fuck someone in your family.
We
Wait till it's your niece or nephew that is then being profiled that has racist, and then you have to sit with your niece or nephew. That's what I'm saying.
And by the way, I want to say this. I want to say this
cousins.
also.
I'll send
that,
some
like,
DMs
people,
today, man.
I was gonna say, like, it's also like, since I was mentioning, there are people that the reason why you also need to call it out is because there are people that don't even realize they're being racist, is because some people, they need to be educated. It's not just about shaming. They need to be educated that that's not right. You know what I mean? You think that, I'll be honest, like, I was really disappointed with Bentancur, what he was making those jokes, you know, but
I remember that.
you know, Sonny and looking like everybody else and etc. Right? But I don't want to repeat. But here's the thing, though. I don't think that there was any ill will or malice in that joke. I don't think he realized that what his joking about was racist. I really don't. He needed to be educated that that's not okay. Like, you can't say like
there is some people who are like that because it's not behavior. And let me, sorry to cut you off again, QA. You say definitely call it out, but people online will do it all the time and continue to call it out online. Like I said, I didn't know this till Cube spoke about this. I didn't know this happened to some. I
It
don't know.
happens all
Is
the
it a
time, man.
surprise? No. Yeah, it's not a surprise.
It's
I didn't know it happened in this instance in
Oh
regards
yeah.
to Frank and the captaincy instance, but call it out, whatever race. Because, like I said, it's always the people who have never suffered for it or never had anyone close to them suffer for it who always have the most, or just ignore it. Like I said, wait till someone in your family, you get what I'm saying, wait till you have a relative in your family who is a different race from you and something happens to them. Then you'll soon switch up. And you'll soon switch up. Oh, it's really bad.
The funny part about it, because Hugh just mentioned the Bentacle thing, which I wanted to mention as well. People forget how people within the fan base tried to defend Bentacle when he said that as well.
Yes.
Trying to
Yeah,
say
because
it was
educated. They don't even realize it's racist.
There was, you gotta remember the magnitude of people that were trying to defend him as well. Like, I remember that at the time when it came out and I saw it for the first time, I said, "Yo, how can everybody just be so calm about like nothing happened? Just he apologized. Why are you making?" Even because I remember at the time I tweeted about it and say, "Oh, how can people be so calm about this? Like, Jazz, why are you so mad? He apologized. Just because apologize doesn't mean shit, bro."
Yes.
You know how many people? And I'm not even Asian. I'm African, and I know, and some as a African youth who grew up in Germany, where 98% of the class was white and older. I've been through racism, so I know how it feels. But so when I see an Asian person getting mad about what Mental said, I can understand it from where they're coming from. But then people trying to tell the Asian person, why are you mad about him? He apologized. This is where I was just mad. So this something has been going on for a very long time. That's why I even said I would be happy if he leaves the football club just for the amount of abuse he has received since he even became the captain. I would be happy when that happens. So then he doesn't have to go through that no more. But
And people act
just
like
wanna,
they always say
be lightly about it. I think it's just stupid. You know? But go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that actually even the club handled it so shitty, by the way, because the club was like they took forever to even release a statement, and when they released a statement, their statement was like Bentancur did this terrible thing to Sonny, like as if it wasn't like something that was insulting to an entire race. You know what I mean? Like it was just against Sonny. Like that's bullshit. And then when he got banned for, I forget how many games, they were like, let's appeal the ban because we think the ban is too strong. I was like, okay, so you do the whole like you do the whole we're taking a stand against racism in the Premier League, we're kneeling, we're doing before games, all this different stuff. But when you have an instance of this, then you want to appeal it and say the ban is too harsh. That's bullshit. That's straight up bullshit. And I'm still waiting for, which I'll never get, the Enzo, punishment.
People, the amount of people who defended that with Argentina tells you all you need to know.
That was crazy too.
I'm saying, yeah, but they didn't do nothing wrong and did the fact again. Then a lot of people, some people are just ignorant. Let's just clarify that. Some people are just ignorant. Some people are just racist, or some people that are just genuinely, like Cube said, don't know no well. So that's why you have to let it be known.
That was the maddest thing as well, because I remember having the conversation in chats when that shit happened and said, "Yo, if Romero was in that bus, which he 100% was, bro, I'm gonna call him out and say all the things about him too." And I know he was in the bus because I saw literally part of him being in the bus here, and people was trying.
But they had two. Okay, this is the thing about Romero. Okay, I will say this: it's not me all just trying to defend Romero. Okay, but here is what you don't know. What you don't know is that there were two buses, right? And I don't even know which one he was in, and I don't know, and he wasn't in the camera. If he was, then that's it. Like I will feel like really bad about Romero right now, but we don't know until we know. So that's why I'm like, you give him the benefit of the doubt.
But do you know what it is?
He doesn't
do you know what it is? Yeah, I'll be honest. Yeah, you see what I see about this type of stuff. Yeah, that really like the only way that people want it to stop, but will never stop, is for the fact of the matter is, yeah, your teammate has made that whatever he's done the video. Yeah, if you're not in there or you're in there, whichever one you're in, there's statements that can be made from your side to call out what it is. If your people around you are not even calling it out, you're going to continue. Obviously, people could say behind closed doors, maybe Romero messaging, but what is the likelihood of that? Probably 9 times out of 10, he probably didn't. Now, in my opinion, it's a thing where the way that this thing will only stop, the problem we have here is it's even bigger than just us fans calling out. It's even PR, bro. Like Enzo did what he did, it got brushed under the carpet. Wes Fofana posted and said, "Oh, he didn't like it." All of a sudden, the post got taken down. All of a sudden, everything got swept under the carpet. It's all PR. From once, even that Spurs thing that happened, the apologies that get sent out and all of these things, it's not, these apologies are just for PR. And then even the way they write it, it's not even genuine. It's not even anything
No,
that
it's
is
not
genuine.
heartfelt.
You
If you just put
understand?
it out to say they put
This
it
is
out.
it.
And here's another
They,
thing when we talk
yeah, go
about
on.
why it needs to be called out. Sorry to cut you off. Look at the history of Argentina, people. Everyone who's watching this now has Wi-Fi. Go and look at the history of Argentina. I'm saying the country, not from a footballing perspective. Look at the country and look at, they are in South America. Look at how many other countries now, football teams and previously, have black players. And look at Argentina. There's a reason for that, people. That's part of the culture over there. Just all you have to do, people. Let's go do your history on Argentina.
Google is free.
That's all I'm
Google
gonna
is free,
say.
man.
All you have to do is Google it. Google is free after, I think it was the Second World War. See where the Nazis went after.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I want to call out this thing about the fact that nobody gave shit to, at least like people are saying, even though he did not get any punishment, no ban, nothing, Enzo did not get enough hate for it, to be honest. But at least like people like fans and stuff, there were people that were like, this is not right. This is fucked up, right? But nobody said anything about Alvarez. Alvarez was the other guy in that video, straight, like totally clearly singing with him. And he just goes to Atletico and everybody's just like, it's all good. Like nobody said anything about it. I didn't hear any City fans talking shit about the fact that Alvarez was at their club at the time and was the other guy in the video. Nobody was talking about Alvarez at all. It's just forgotten. It's completely forgotten.
It's a chant. So you know what I believe? Sadly to say, and people can say I'm accusing, but I don't really care. I believe when you've got a chant that's so lyrically crafted like that, I believe that everybody that is in that national team knows that chant, in my opinion.
Of course.
It's not necessarily you may be singing it, but you know that chant. So every single person that was around at the time should be even calling that out. If you believe, if there was players on that bus, that, because every person saw that on social media, bro. So there's man that are in there that should say that we do not condone what was seen on the video. But the reason why I know that certain man didn't do that is because they were a part of it. So how can you call out something that you were a part of? You understand?
Remember, bro, that guy that played for Atleti, what's his name again? The midfielder that goes to Inter Miami now. Ah, shit, I forgot his name now.
DePaul.
DePaul, bro. He wasn't. Yeah, DePaul, bro. He was doing all the interviews defending all that.
Yeah.
Everybody like just they forget about it, or they just don't want to address it. They don't want to call it exactly what Foz is saying. Like they're like, oh, just ignore it and it's gonna go away. Okay, like exactly what you said. It's never gonna go away. And when you ignore it, what happens is it's gonna happen more, and it just comes back and it comes back again. Like everybody's talking about. I'm gonna say it right now because I didn't actually even know until like literally a few months ago. I just found out about Ousmane Dembele, the fact that he actually has a history. Nobody knew about this. Like, I guess, or they just didn't talk about it. Apparently being racist. Racist in Japan. Him and Griezmann being racist in Japan.
I did know
but then everybody now is like, oh my gosh, Dembele, amazing. Everybody has forgotten about it. They're like, Ballon d'Or, he's got to win the Ballon d'Or. You know, it's between him and Lamine Yamal.
Didn't that club lose the
they lost the sponsorship? They lost the Konami sponsorship.
They lost the big Konami sponsorship. They did.
What happened?
Like people are like, they just forgot about it.
No, Griezmann was doing like, when people sometimes to offend Asians, they put their fingers on their eye on the side of their eye. They were doing, and they were caught in the video doing that.
And you know what happened afterwards? They had to like apologize because of the fact that they actually have like Rakuten and Konami like sponsorship deals, and the CEO was so mad, right? And that's the reason why they actually came out and apologized. I'll be honest, I don't know if they would have if they didn't have those sponsorship deals. And then I will say this, like Griezmann at least gave like a little bit of a more legit apology. Osman Dembele said, "Oh
So
no,
that's
like
crazy.
it has nothing to do with them
He's
being
nuts, I
like
know.
Asian. I would have gone to any country
Bro.
and done that and talked about them that way." He's like, "It has nothing to do with them being Asian." I'm like, okay. So he's like, so it's not racist. Okay. I was like, okay, so it's not racist. Then at the very least, then you're classist. Then you're gonna shit on people that are trying to help your try to fix your TV and help you out just because you're just that high and mighty that you're gonna shit on people when they're right in front of you. Like that's disrespectful, you know?
Yeah.
This is why
Like,
this people. Well, we move on. Is why this is a teachable moment for these things, because you get idiots in the comments talking rubbish, and you see it right here. People think, it's okay, it's not that bad, or it shouldn't be called out. It will go away type of thing. And there's probably someone watching this who didn't know that it's actual bad behavior. But yo, love to everyone that's locked in, man. Big up to all the sarcasm citizens, because you lot are absolutely real ones. Big up to Hassam for the raid as well. Shout out to Hassam for the raid. Appreciate you, Hassam. Make sure you lot subscribe to Don Hassam's channel. 20 more likes, get us up to 100 likes. We're going to close out people in the next 10 minutes or so. But we'll be going live after this, the Mandem United podcast, and I'll be talking more Manchester United. Obviously, the Mbuemo, here we go. United also linked to a striker as well, but still had to do the United Spurs show because we hadn't done it in a minute either. I don't know what Eddie, I don't know what happened between them, De Niro, and Eddie says how is
Nah,
De Niro
Eddie, see Eddie, bro. Do you know what it is? I had to tell Eddie. Eddie's been running away when I'm in the comments, innit? So obviously last season when I used to get onto him, bro, he wouldn't reply. Obviously I had to just call him out.
Good to get you. Have you remembered the show?
Me and Eddie used to be on a bit in my earlier days. We used to be on together a lot, but since then we haven't been on.
Yeah, I need to get you. I need to
man. Tell him to stop running. It'll be like
I'm a part in it. I know Thomas Frank, because there was more as well in regards to what he said also. So where is it? Hold up one second.
Here we go.
So yeah, you like this. This is on kudos. He says, I think it's a great signing from the club. It's top work from Daniel Levy, getting a very good player early in pre-season, so we can start working with him.
Why are you laughing, bro? Why are you laughing?
Because I'm laughing
because they knew that I was suddenly triggered by the name Daniel Levy. Like the moment
because Cube said, "Oh God, that's why." Where was we at? So we can start working with him. He gives us a bit of unpredictability.
Don't use Cube as an excuse, man. What the hell?
No, that's why I did laugh. You joke, man. He gives us a bit of unpredictability in the game. I think his one-on-one actions are top, his passes are top, and his finishing is very good. He's at the perfect age to perform and take it to the next level. This is Thomas Frank on the principles. He says, no, this is Thomas Frank. He says, I'm very clear on the principles on every phase of the game. I want us to be brave and very aggressive. I also want to attack. Brave is absolutely linked with to dare is to do. If you are not brave, it's difficult to achieve anything. Brave is crucial.
Nah, bro. Did you see the way he said that? He said, to dare is to do. Bro,
that's just my man accent, yo. You gotta.
Why are you putting too much? Why are you putting so much passion into this though? Like we don't care about today.
I'm just saying it clear and precise. That's all. Let me kind of
you know what? Wants everybody to know he still cares about his side chick. He still wants.
I do care about Spurs, man, because it's for us.
I haven't forgotten about you, side chick.
When Spurs, like I could throw a lot of time for Spurs.
Nah, bro, Spurs doesn't want you no more, Ruben. They don't want you no more.
What do you mean, man?
Bro, you go rock with them Arsenal, man, and that.
No.
I'm the one that says North London is lily white and blue. What are we doing out here, man? I'm the one who
go rock with the Arsenal.
I'm
NM20.
I'm the one that pulls up with Europa that just rattles.
This guy's there, man. This guy has lost it, bro. This guy is the ultimate troll, bro.
This rattles people just holding this. His name's Europa, by the way, man. I don't think you've met him, De Niro. This is Europa, man. You know what I'm saying? European heritage,
bro.
Man.
When you come down to the 1v1 event, bring that so I can burn it, bro. I can't believe it.
Hey, you know what? The one thing I say, the only reason,
you want to burn Europa, and you know what's crazy? Don C said the same shit. Allow Europa, man. This is European heritage right here.
This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say is here. See, I'm an equal opportunity hater. So I'm like, if it means guys like Don C don't see get and TJ get angry, then I know
You know what
Flawless.
I'm saying? You know, anytime I do that, yo, these man get so mad at seeing Europa, you know, just because you see more European heritage.
Bro,
than
every time when you bring
crazy,
every
man.
time when you look at how red TJ gets when you bring up the Europa.
Yeah,
They're
no,
like, it doesn't
it's as red as the
No,
Arsenal
wait,
shirt,
hold
you
on,
know?
no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Daniel, listen, don't fall for this trick, bro. He's taking them. The
I'm
channel
taking
is
this,
wait,
bro.
hold on. No, the channel is Sarcasm City TV. Daniel, you're one of us, bro. Forget about Flawless, bro. Don't fall into the tricks of this guy. He's a fraud. 419,
There's
we
no
call that
tricks.
in Nigeria, bro. 419er, bro. Fraud. This guy said this guy really bought the Spurs. I can't believe, bro.
I
Oh
didn't
my
buy it. I
god.
got given it. It was
No.
at Ballers League. They was giving him away. And actually, you know, you need to blame Troops because it was in a buy. I don't know why he was giving some of them away. Obviously, none of us on the team was Spurs. Yeah, there was no Spurs fans there. None of us was. And Troops goes, nah, give that to Flawless. All right, cool. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? So nah, that's what it is. You feel me? It was free.
Yeah.
Nah,
I'm just-
We don't want you,
they
man.
follow me on Insta, but I forgot the name. Is a new shop. It's not
They
just
follow
Spurs.
you. What's the page so I can tell them to unfollow you?
You know why?
Bro,
Why?
let me tell them to unfollow you, man.
Nah, they a
free
new store. I can't remember what it is. It's a
free my
new
boy
shop.
Flawless,
A new
man.
shop. But yo, this is serious. Though.
I'm gonna do my investigations on Flawless's Instagram today, man.
I need to find it now. I'm definitely gonna try and find it. What's this? When buying official merchandise, you are contributing to the success of your team. Thank you. Oh, it is Tottenham Hotspur.
Nah, this is crazy. I'm rattled.
Yo,
Nah,
that's what it says.
I'm rattled. I can't believe this. Nah, that's to your team. Nah, I'm rattled.
That's what it says. I'll just read it.
I can't lie, man.
Hey, you know what?
You know what?
I'm
enough of Europa to let's get back to potential future winner at Spurs. Can I get to this? The floor is yours. Let me just get to this. So he says I'm very clear on the principles on every phase of the game. I want us to be brave and very aggressive. I also want to attack. Brave is absolutely linked with to dare is to do. If you are not brave, it's difficult to achieve anything. Brave is crucial. The aggressivity is crucial if you want to win or achieve something, and you need to attack. I didn't even know aggressivity was a word, but hey,
I don't think it's a word.
Yeah, that's a mad one still.
I'm the last person to ask about English words, man.
It's all good, fam. It's all good.
He's just trying to get the fans on his side because he doesn't want the fans to think, oh my gosh, you're gonna play like Nuno ball or something.
Aggressivity is a word, a tendency towards social dominance, threatening behavior, and hostility.
Right, so can I ask, is there a way to do aggressivity through the screen? Because right now I need to I need to fly through the screen right now. I can't believe this, bro. I need to fly through the screen right now, bro. That's
this is a safe space, De Niro, man. Get it off your chest. What's up, man?
Don't let De Niro go, man.
Go on.
Why didn't you mention not that part when he said we need to be more brave, a nice mixture. We will be pragmatic sometimes when we need to be. Why didn't you mention that? Why are you making it sound like
what?
There's a part literally when he said
what part? This is all I've got.
I got the quote here. Because
blame Warrior J. This is all I've got.
Nah, don't be blaming my brother Warrior J. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's my guy, you know. We're not doing that. How dare you?
He's Chelsea, so he could be trying to sabotage you.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
Chelsea's Flawless is on mind games, bro. This guy's on so much mind games.
When I read that quote, because the thing is, when I read that quote, when I read that quote, it makes it sound like you guys men are trying to sound like Ange 2.0, and then he literally said in the same quote, yo, I'm not gonna make sure I'm gonna be pragmatic, bro. I'm not gonna do this all total attacking football.
Facts, man. Which he's gonna replicate what I think to an extent what he did at Brentford in terms of attack and defense as well, which is good. I think he's a good manager. I've said this. I know De Niro don't rate him like that, but I actually think he's a good manager, and I think he'll do a good job for you as well.
I do say
continue to acquire players for him too. Go on.
I do say this is that because that's why I don't listen necessarily to
Warrior J, you bad mind. Put the full quote next time, man. You're just saying this.
Warrior J, my guy, man. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Keep doing what you're doing.
See how he didn't mention that. He just left this.
I'm your real brother, Warrior J. Don't listen to these frauds, bro. I got you, bro. Live.
Well, what I want to say, because I know you have your own show coming up as well. So
say your piece from his camp.
One thing I'll say about him is there's two things I want to say. Like because he does so much, it's hard for me to even say and predict what he's gonna do in terms of like tactics, formation, all that. So for me, that's like just the bare minimum that he should be doing. Where like I want this team just to see more, just more balanced, like balance in the aspect of like make us still have an attacking mindset where we want to go and score goals, but also have that thing of where we are defensively solid, where we're not gonna see like he scored like 64 goals, but then we concede like 61 goals in the season.
Yeah.
So I think these are the two main things that I want to see. Like for me, there's a lot of question marks for where he should be finishing the season. I'm saying I'm waiting till the transfer window ends because like De Niro and Gibbs said earlier, a lot of our fans was getting super gassed early, but we know a lot of times that the window can also will quick change and go back from good to bad. So I want to wait that about the positioning, but that's probably the two main things that I look at when I say.
Look, I want to say, hold on. I want to say Thomas Frank I actually rate Thomas Frank. I think he's a good manager. I was not happy with the appointment only because what it is just going to allow Levy to be Levy, but, and it signals Levy continuing to be Levy. But I will say I do rate him as a manager in general. I think he's like a good manager in general. But what I think is actually kind of hilarious is that he kept like only like one guy from Andrew's coaching staff, Matt Wells, right?
I'm actually happy about that. I'm happy about
that. I would do that. I'm going in there with my own guys.
Yeah,
no.
I'm not done yet. Yeah. He kept one guy from Andrew's coaching staff, which I'm actually good with the fact that he brought in all his own people. I was happy with that. But the one guy that he kept from Andrew's coaching staff, he said is going to be running the defense. Matt Wells is going to be running the defense.
As long as your defense ain't on the halfway line, you'll be good.
Of all the guys that you're gonna keep and you're from Andrew's coaching staff, and you're gonna have them run the defense? Are you kidding me? That's hilarious.
You'll have better defensive structure, one, and number two, your defense won't be in the center circle. I don't think
I think we all think that, but I think her point is most of how hilarious is out of all the things that out of all the coaches that we did kept, that it was the defensive coach, But but I'm actually, because for the part, I actually agree with you. The fact that Ryan Mason's gone as well, which I think a lot of people also.
Oh, is Ryan Mason gone?
Yeah, he's coaching. Who again? West Brom, I think.
Yeah, okay. West Brom. I'm so happy.
I know Jacob will be over the moon about that because he's always crashing on Ryan Mason. And this is Thomas Frank. He said further as well. This is Frank on Ange. And speaking of Ange, lovely segue. Thomas Frank on Ange Postecoglou.
Okay.
First of all, why
do you say lovely segment? Nah.
No, I said this is a lovely segue because Cube just said that Frank kept one of Ange's backroom staff. So now this is Thomas Frank speaking on Ange. How's that not a smooth transition? That's a ball out from the back. You get what I'm saying? From the defensive third through to the final third.
Stop
through the lines, man.
Because you know how we feel. Like if Jacob was here, it would have had a different effect. But the effect that we have, hey man, whatever man.
This a lovely segue. Now you messed it up. The counter attack over, man. Too many touches. Now they got back in shape. Let's pick up the ball and go again. So this is Thomas Frank on Postecoglou. Thank you. First and foremost, Ange will forever be a legend here at Tottenham. One of only 3 who have won a European trophy here, and the first in 41 years. This is him on the expectations at Spurs. I think it's extremely positive that they won the Europa League. The first is that we need to be able to compete in all 4 competitions. That has to be the aim. I think 2019 was the last time they managed to compete in different competitions. He goes on to say, very proud to sit in the chair and to be part of the next chapter in Tottenham's history. I'll do everything every day to hopefully take this club to new heights. That's the ambition. I wouldn't do it if I didn't have big ambitions. So that's his aim.
See, the thing is, probably my only issues, and I think this is what Daniel was saying earlier, and I'm also part of, because that's why I don't necessarily listen to press conference, because I feel like managers say either the nice things or they're just saying too much, and I feel like I'm also one of the people that are just not a fan of a manager saying too nice. Like, he's not saying anything wrong. in my
Nah,
opinion.
he's
not saying
he's
wrong.
letting it be known he's fully aware of that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
at a bigger job and there's big expectations and he needs to
Exactly, but the
succeed.
thing is, I just feel like because I remember De Niro on that aspect, like yo, like he just sounds a bit too nice for my liking. But not that it's a bad thing, but because it's just the way it sounds. Maybe that's why I
Nah,
have
no. I tell you this now, Jez. That's a front. He has an evil streak because he can't stand us. Go back and watch his post-match, his interviews after United have played Brentford and any time we beat them or drew against them. He hates us with a passion. Go back and check him over the past 2 to 3 years what he said. I'm telling you right now, he has a nasty streak. He despises us.
See,
He's
that's
like,
a good
yeah,
thing.
the better team lost. I don't know
I
how
wanna
we
see
lost this game. I'm paraphrasing, but like you could see
I
the
think I
angle
remember
from
one of
what
the
he was
quotes as
saying
well.
and how he was looking. But yeah, go on.
I think I remember one of them as well. I think United won like a game.
Yeah, Green Goblin was going through it, man. I think he scored. Was it Mount? I think Mount got one. I think was it Mount?
Yeah, late. It was late.
Mount
It
got
was
a late
late.
goal there or something. I don't know if we won or drew the game, but they battered us the whole game. What'd you say?
No. So Green Goblin is jerks.
Yeah,
he
does.
the latest part it does look like Green Goblin.
He looks like the Green Goblin, man.
Yeah,
McTominay and that. Yo,
McTominay scored. And I remember he lost it. I remember the game. He lost his head, bro. After in the presser, he lost his head. So now we deserve. I think he even said like, "Now we deserve to win the game and shit like that." Which is funny because Brentford was beating the shit out of United. Then United did United, and then that's like
the entire
United just did the United bullshit that they do to nearly everybody, and then it's like, nah, bro. Like, I would have lost my head too. I'll be honest, but yeah, but like I said, man, I hope that we see that side of him. Just even when we are sometimes like winning, because one thing he does do. When I was reading up some information that he does, there's certain values that he demands of, and like I said, I want to see those values on the pitch as well, man. Just have a solid, be hard to beat, which he had his Brentford team. So yeah, man, like these are probably the things that I would say about him.
That's fair. And shout out to Shorts who says, nice to see Cube back again. Straight talking facts. That hit hard, missed that. He says Daniel got you back. Coys. He says as well. Yeah, Cube. No, she's welcome. That's why she wants to get anything off her chest. Cube knows this is it. This is a welcoming spot. There's always a microphone for her. Man.
Yeah, sorry, I totally hijacked the stream.
No, it's cool. It's not like a lot has happened pretty much. So it's like we might as well.
No,
but hey, you know these fans, man, they got my blood boiling, man. It's just one of those things that get underneath my skin.
Cube brought the energy, man. Cube brought the energy, man. First time, I
agree with her because that's why I don't follow like that's the funny part. I don't follow a lot of Tottenham fans for many reasons. These are just probably one of the bigger reasons as well on Twitter. That's why I say like now big up to the real ones that are also willing to speak about these things and not scared about what people may think about them in it. So now it's important. And big up Cube as well.
Yeah, love to Cube every single time. You run up the likes, right? 91 likes, people. We're literally 9 short of 100. Hit that like button if you haven't. You're clearly here enjoying the show. Almost 2 hours. The content ain't stopping because we're going to redirect to the Manchester United show as well. And we're at 15,000. We have gone over 300. So we're at 15,000. I think 306. So I'm only asking for 4 more subscribers. Get us to 15,310. 4 more subscribers, people. There's over 400 of you lot in here, and I'm asking for 4 subscribers. That's the Garnacho, dribble success rate, people. There are only 4 out of 400 people. That's all I'm asking for. Yeah, 15,310, and then 8 more likes. Sorry, people. 8 more likes, 4 more subscribers. Yeah, go on, just
don't say that, man. We need Mission Garnacho to Chelsea, man. Like don't
Chelsea,
say that out loud.
Villa, word to Eddie. I don't care where it is. You just gotta get the hell out of here.
No, I can, man. Chelsea. Best
Chelsea would be ideal, but then we stupid enough to go get Jackson in a swap deal.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. No,
you did say you want African player in your team. So
he's good. You know what? Good Africans. You know what I'm saying? So I want the good, the great, the elite ones. You know what I'm saying? Not the substandard, mediocre ones. And that's what
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
What
What
do you
mean?
mean
What
by
do
that?
you mean by that? What
What
do you
do you
mean
mean
by
by
that? In regards
What
to
do you mean by
standing
that?
a footballer,
What
I
you
don't
saying
want.
still-
I
you
want
say-
Ahmad's. I want Eston Opinions. I want Ahmad's. I want Osherman's. I want Mbuemo's. You know what I'm saying? That's what I
Wait,
want.
wait,
Maserati.
Nicholas
Yeah.
Jackson's.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
I'm
hold
with
on.
that Nicholas Jackson.
Wait, why do you want to have a Victor? Like you're saying, why do you want that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, run me a Victor. You know what I'm saying? Osherman, not
Wait, wait.
Kajero. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jay. But yeah, I wanted not a Kajero, but Osherman. I said, run me Eddie Victor. I said, a Yokerez or a Osherman, and we here still with the Kajero.
Both.
Well, but
Managerial,
that's the
though.
thing. What's crazy is like you still haven't sold anybody. You know what I
Tell me
mean? Like,
about
okay, fine, you made 2 signings, but like you haven't sold anybody. Rashford, you already gave his shirt away, but he's still there,
Still here.
still there praying on Barca.
Rashford
It's
to
not
start
coming.
United.
It's not coming.
This guy, yo, that
Rashford to start United.
Actually, no. The one guy that just for the, Flo is my guy, man. But just for the agenda, and because Eddie's my guy as well, man. Let the 1v1 demon stay, man. Like, fuck.
Who is the 1v1 demon?
This guy.
You forgot the Anthony.
Oh, Anthony, what a player. What a player. Hey, Bruno Fernandes and the Anthony link up, bro. Oh my gosh, we need to see that one more time, still. We need to see that again. We need to see that. Bruno.
Eddie, if you're in the chat, let it be known, man. Don't
Bruno, Anthony. Hey, Jez, Bruno, Anthony. Bruno, Anthony, who else is there? We've got Bruno, Anthony needs to stay. Rashford needs to stay. Garnacho is the main guy I want to stay at United. But people were saying, United fans were calling him the reincarnation of CR7. Big up every United fan that said that, bro. Big up all of you, man. And I want you, man, to continue to do what you're doing. I appreciate you.
See these people, that tells you the level that he's at.
Don't be trying to change it. Bro, see, this is what I'm talking about, Jez. Jez, this is why you...
I'm talking about Garnacho, like, because I'm saying, hear how rivals talk about it. So when people try to hype up Garnacho, I say, no, me...
Bring Eddie's comment up, man.
This is why Jez needs to back me more, man.
No, 100%, man. 100% Daniel, man. Like I was saying, like, see, I see, you my guy, man, but like sometimes, like, Eddie's my guy as well, man, and I know he loves Anthony.
Nah, Jen's got happy.
What are we doing here, bro? No, what are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here, bro? Eddie is a pagan, bro. Gee, Eddie is a pagan, bro.
Eddie been on my case in the chat. I'm with you, man. Yeah, Eddie, hold that.
I Flawless. I'm not backing you, bro. Flawless,
Eddie on this one. Eddie on this one.
I'm with you.
Me and Flawless used to be on the same, bro. It looks like I'm on no holds barred, bro. Fatal 4-way thing, bro. Man's ready to go at anybody right now.
Them De Niro, man. You know what I'm saying? We brothers, man. I got you. You get what I'm saying?
You know,
I got you, man.
I know.
Eddie fool you.
Bro, Flo acting like Tommy Egan right now. It's crazy.
Brother fools.
It's crazy.
Literally, bro. Dark guy, man. Dark guy. He might even be James. He might be James St. Patrick, in fact. He might be James St. Patrick.
In the black suit, like Eddie
said, bro. Man's got the gun to my face saying, "Wake up, little man." Bro, it's dark, bro. Bro, trust me, bro. It's dark, man. It's dark.
You better absolute fools. Really is. But yeah, like I said, people, I'm going to discuss I know a discussion United on here is mainly Spurs, so the Spurs lot could get everything off their chest. Cube, Jez, and M. De Niro as well. You get to show people every Friday, people, 11 p.m. UK time, every Friday. You catch Jez here, M. De Niro here, Cube when she wants to drop in, Crazy Jacob when he's around as well, people. So make sure you run up the like, hit the subscribe button. We're one shot of 100. So hit that like button. I'm going to double check the subscribe mode.
That's the last thing I want to say, because
yeah, go on.
Well, Nottingham Forest, bro. Just quickly, bro. Like I'm gonna make it quick, man, bro.
Get off your chest. Go on.
Not even on the chest, because I said what I had to say already, man. But just remember, bro. Remember where you are on the food chain. Don't treat us like we on the same level of the dishes. Like, one good season has you gassed up, bro. Seventh for Tottenham is underachieving. For you, it's overachieving. Remember where you are in the food chain, bro. That's all I have to say, bro. Remember, like, you know what I'm saying? The way Real Madrid, the way we know we are under the food chain, under Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Denmark. You guys are under us by a country mile in the food chain. So just remember, bro. Don't get too giddy after one season. Just remember, man. But yeah, that's it, man.
Hey, shots fired, man. Shots
fired.
I think you signed Gibbs White. I think Gibbs White deal gets done.
No, I'm saying, and when we do get him, bro, I said it already, bro. If we get in Gibbs fight, just to take the piss, go and bid for Mbuemo, man. Just out of the banks. Let them know, bro. We don't care about these lot.
Can you imagine, bro? These men had Matt Turner and go at one point and want to chat to me, bro. Shut
No,
up.
I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm saying, who would do this? Hey, so I know.
As an American, I respect that comment. I respect that.
This is what makes it funny. And Cube knows how ass he is.
Yeah, he's just,
Yeah.
He's just 100%. 100%.
Yeah, man.
So
it's just saying,
Eddie,
man,
Eddie, I'm sure you'll be all right. Eddie, this guy being all dramatic
hey, man,
in the chat as well. Big up you lot. We hit 100 likes. Don't forget, people, this show, all the other shows you see on the channel, apart from watch-alongs, fan calling show, gaming content, all available on all audio platforms. So Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. If you want to listen to this podcast back, if you want to hear me, be shouted at by M. De Niro for reading out some comments. Maybe you don't want to use YouTube. Maybe you don't want YouTube using up all your data. You just prefer to listen audio only because you're at work or you're walking or you're driving or you're clean, whatever the case may be. If you're on Spotify and use it, type in Sarcasm City TV, follow 5-star or so. You iPhone users, the exact same as well, 5-star or so. Wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV and all the shows will pop up. Make sure you subscribe to the Clips channel, Sarcasm City TV Clips on YouTube. Make sure the gaming channel is back as well, Sarcasm City TV Gaming. That's also on YouTube. And of course, the Sarcasm City TV playback as well, where you not only get gaming content, you get today now, you'll get the Usyk Dubois 2. That'll be a watch along for there. That'll be on here and on there. UFC, that goes down on their Formula One when Victor decides to do Formula One, as well as when the Premier League season's back, you'll get Champions League, Europa League, and of course NBA over there as well.
LH44, the GOAT.
There we go. LH44, the GOAT.
If you guys want to listen on for podcasts and stuff, you don't need to watch because Flawless is not showing us pictures of his snow bunnies. So, there's no reason to watch. You can just listen. You can just listen.
You just put the chair on my back.
Until he starts to put up pictures of his snow bunnies, then you can just listen.
That's a snow bunny slayer.
This is crazy work, Cube of all people,
Hold up, man.
We got Cube, man.
Everybody has to do the heel, man. It happens, man.
No, they don't. You know what I'm saying? Not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do that to each other. I'm nice to everyone.
Hey, man, put the violence in the chat, man, before we end, man. Put the violence in the chat, man.
Put the violence, man.
Yeah, I see the violins in the chat. Check all the links I dropped in the chat while you lot are dropping violins, you absolute. So yeah, playback's right there, people. You see it on the screen, www.playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV, or just download the Playback app from your app store as well. Absolutely free, people. Create an account for free, watch for free, all that good stuff. The Spotify, which I mentioned as well, the Clips channel. I need to add the gaming channel back underneath as well, but it's all on there, people. But yes, love to
link coming soon to videos of all of Flawless's snow bunnies that he checks out.
All right, okay. Let's close out the show, people, because Cube's been wild here wilding. All right, people. But don't go anywhere. Do not go anywhere, because we're redirecting straight to the Mandem United podcast, people. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to go live on there in a couple minutes. I'll be there. Eddie will probably be on as well. Not sure who else will be on. We'll be talking Brian and Mbuemo. Here we go in full, as well as Manchester United targeting the striker further. And I'm sure you lot will have questions, because I did see some in the chat, people talking about how does Mbuemo do? What else do we need? All this good stuff as well. Look at you lot, man, with this. You lot are jokers. But yes, love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the United Tottenham Hotspur podcast. Mandem United pod meets Talking That Tottenham Talk pod live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in. I literally see you lot in 2 minutes on the Mandem United. Drop a like over there as soon as you land. Get your questions in. Big up.